Okay.
Is there a Dracula here that can kill this stream too? I think Bloodgast. There's vampires.
Vampires? There's like a vampire or two in here, I'm sure.
Yeah, but Bloodgast is not Dracula.
No, I'm trying to think of like a three-color, like, like not like a Marchesa, but like a... Marchesa's close, but I don't even know if
Yes.
Marchesa's in here.
The one that you can flashback things with?
Well, that's Kess.
Yes, yeah, Marchesa.
Marchesa is dethroned.
I don't believe there's that.
Yeah. Anyway, hello. We have a new cube to show off today, and I am extremely excited for this one. This one is made by friend of the show, Ryan Overturf.
Yeah, Ryan Overturf, who you could be watching over at SGG Tour
Dallas.
Although I think he was on Deck Tech. I think it's Cedric Felix and Pat Sullivan who are casting right now. But
yeah, so yeah, this is Ryan's Grixis cube. I've only gotten the chance to play this myself once, but it's a very interesting take on a cube. The entire point, as you can tell by the name, the cube only contains 3 colors. There are no white or green cards outside of hybrid, Manamorphose, technically.
Yeah, but there's Manamorphose and I think Figure of Destiny.
Figure of Destiny.
So it is a bannable offense to make green or white mono, so be careful. You have to be careful with that.
Remember rule 1 of Grixis cube. When you're Grixing, don't forget fixing. Yeah. So the thing about this cube is that when you're in 3 colors, so we're going to be seeing the normal 3 packs of cards. We're going to be seeing the normal quantities of cards, but we're going to be seeing a lot higher amount of like, this is possibly playable by us because there's only 3 colors. Our deck could end up in all 3. It could end up in 1 or 2, but like, as it is, there's a much higher density of cards that are technically playable by you. What this means is that you have to kind of understand what your deck is actually doing.
Yep, and it makes things like fetch lands much better because usually, like if you see like a windswept heath in a cube, you're like, well, I might be able to make use of that. Whereas if you see Bloodstain, if you say like Bloodstained Mire, then we'll be like, we're almost certainly going to be able to use.
Yeah, Magic without green and white is weird. The thing with it, so this is again from having played it, seen it, and talked a bit with Ryan about it. The things that he's mentioned about this: 1, enchantments are a lot more powerful when resolved because.
Bitter Blossom is very hard to remove when your deck contains no plains or forests.
Right. Your only real way of answering those sorts of things is negate or discard. You have to either preemptively or in the moment. This also means that health is a little bit more at a premium too, because black is the only color that can, gain life in any meaningful way. So, yeah, there's a number of other interesting things, but the thing about the cube, there's a lot of different plans. We're going to be seeing a lot of different cards that are going to be powerful, and a lot of different cards that you'll think, oh, this is sweet. But you kind of have to decide what your deck is doing.
Here's my personal challenge to you. Make a deck in which Slavering Knolls seems playable in.
No. That's a deck that's like make 90% of all cards bad in, so
it's like Slavering Knolls is in here. I don't like the card, but you could maybe play it.
But yeah, there's a lot of different archetypes. We have our control variants. We have a lot of aggro variants and such. Delver style decks, or like Goblin Guide style decks, or just quick black, or combinations thereof. You have your control styles of all 3 of your colors. You also have combos aplenty all over the place.
Yep, there's like 3 different kinds of storm deck you could make. Because you've got Sentinel Tower, you've got 1,000-Year Storm, you have Tendrils of Agony.
Yeah, so you have your normal storm, your sideways storms, your all sorts of different storms. So, like, and even outside of that, you've got, like, artifact-based decks, because we're in the colors that, like, red and blue have a lot of artifact-liking cards. So we have a lot of cards that work well with that. So yeah,
There are.
we'll be seeing how everything plays out. I do not know what that question means, Edric. I'm not certain how to parse chaos archetype as like.
Is the card Chaos Warp in here? Let's find out.
Yeah, so,
Well,
well, again, your list might be a little. Anyway, so this
yeah,
is our. So this is the cube. Take a look here. We've got 3 different colors. There's no white. There's no green, and we have a lot of different directions. We have things like Goblin Engineer, Mox Opal, and even Worn Power Stone for the artifact style decks. We've got a Kozilek's Return, which works well with big mana and as a sweeper with Klasm. We've got things like Venser for a control style, Mystical Tutor, Electromancer for the Storm players. So you've got a lot of different directions to go in here.
There's an Aristocrats card in here. I think I like Worn Power Stone the most of these. What do you think?
I was actually going to say the same thing. Like Worn Power Stone and Goblin Engineer both speak well to me. Mystical Tutor would if we had more to do already, but it's hard to pick that up number 1 and not know what you're doing with it. Worn Power Stone is a powerful card both in an artifact-based deck and in a ramp-based deck. There's a lot of ramp in this. You know, we see Felwar Stone and Worn Power Stone and Mox Opal. That's kind of the norm. We're going to be seeing a lot of these mana rocks.
Yeah, if you can think of a 2-mana rock that doesn't produce white or green mana, it's probably in here.
Yeah, Mox Diamond hanging out in here. And we even have things like this, Reality Smasher. Ooh. There's some Eldrazi. Oh, let me go over some of the odder cards. We actually have these lands which are made for the Storm style decks, these depletion lands that only tap twice, but tap for double.
There's no Blood Moon, even though those cards always mean Blood Moon to me. There's Mystic Forge.
Mystic Forge actually is a really strong choice here because if we're in the artifact-based deck, Mystic Forge flat wins you the game. No, there's no archetype like that, Edric, because that wouldn't be competitively playable. It would not be a thing that would be like on the same level as any of the other decks. Whereas like Legion Warboss and Geralt's Messenger speak to some aggressive styles. Miskelk has a good like control card. We have another sweeper. The thing is, I always feel like there's not as much aggression from what I've seen in this. I feel like is there good colorless support? Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of though, we can have Mystic Forge or Smasher. I really like both. I know Smasher's good.
I'm gonna go with the Forge because I feel like then we can keep picking up these. Ooh, check out that shit. That works real well with Mono Rocks.
Just an Ancient Tomb.
Ancient Tomb. Yeah.
Notion Thief as well. This is a cute card. Slot Erasure.
Mana Flare, which is Ancient Tomb, I think, stands out in this very, like, we already have colorless cards, and we have this want of, like, mana to be able to cast them. Let's push towards that. In here, I also see, what else do you see that kind of stands out as strong in here?
The Drowned Catacombs is just like a generically pickable card. There's 2 Storm cards in here with High Tide and Mana Flare.
Yeah. Then we have the control. Look at this control setup. Again, we have Thought Erasure and Terminate, which both work well for.
Necromancy would be a different deck.
There is a strong Reanimator deck in here for obvious reasons. A lot of your Reanimator cards are generally in these colors anyway. Okay, don't see much as far as our. Well, I do see Welder.
Yeah, we have Goblin Welder, which could be a card for us. Faithless Looting and Git Probe go into a lot of decks. The Prismatic Vista is just fixing. There's a Looter El Core to go with your Necromancy.
Yeah. Like
I think I kind of I like the Welding, the Looter, the Blast Zone, the Git Probe in that order, I think.
Yeah, the Welder and the Looter both speak to me as well. Bolus would be an option. I don't disagree, especially like we do have some ramp for it. It's a bit expensive, it's strong, but the thing is, like, I feel like cards that we can cast before 8 mana tend to be a little bit more impactful, and Goblin Welder lets us sacrifice an artifact to bring an artifact back into play.
Yeah, an important thing with Mystic Forge is that it's cast, so you can't play lands off.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab this Welder, see where it leads. Looks like there's not as many artifacts going on in here, so we might have to. I'm feeling like we need to sidestep or pick a new direction.
Yeah, because Ancient Tomb and Power Stone are just playable anywhere.
Yeah, Mystic Forge is not, and we are not like this looks like the last pack and this pack had no brown cards.
Yeah, so let's pick some just good cards.
Well, we have Treasure Cruise and Dig.
Treasure Cruise Dig Sahili is an option. If we
Sahili
do,
is actually a pretty good option for the artifact deck, but
yeah,
also could work as a sidestep into a prowess, or not a prowess style, but like a an
just
ins-
casting non-creatures will pay off. But if we do end up with artifacts, we can copy them with the ability.
Yeah, I like
Is that
Sahili
better
as
than
a.
Treasure Cruise?
See, maybe not, but I think Sahili is more like lets us sidestep into a different deck that might work out well, whereas like our other one. Okay, this is
There's
Storm stuff, Forge Master.
there's Reanimator card and Agent of Treachery. There's Crystal Vein as one of my favorite kind of lands.
Yeah, Ultimate
Manic,
Price, Never, which
yep.
is destroy Planeswalker, and then makes a zombie on the back.
In another world, we could have been Sig River Cutthroat.
True, that's a pretty strong aggression card. What are you thinking here? Do we want to pick that Forge Master and keep on this and try to cut it, like try to make this work, or
I don't know what else we would be picking if we don't pick that.
that's
Is the
my
thing.
problem? Is there's nothing else in here that speaks
Be
like,
like
oh,
Manic Vandal or Never to Return.
okay. Well, there's Ichor Wellspring. There's Hostage Taker, Wasteland.
Yeah, I like Wasteland and Ichor Wellspring. Hostage
Yeah.
Taker could also be interesting. Shallow Grave is a messed up spell.
There's Careful Study, which is Faithful Saluting without flashback.
Also Exhume. Somebody could have an interesting Reanimator deck, but if we
Rain of
do,
Filth.
but if we
Yeah.
want to, if we want to do the Goblin Welder or Cadolsa Forge Master thing, then the Ichor Wellspring can be interesting.
Yeah, that actually seems pretty good because we have two ways to sacrifice.
Yeah, we can either and just can't bring it off of Mystic Forge can be good.
All right, so here's actually some top end stuff. Wildfire for the artifact ramp plan is an idea. Staff of Nin also is something to ramp into. Guardian Idol is more ramp though, and I
Yeah,
kind of wonder
Guardian
if that's
Idol is it's ramp and a guy. Like,
yeah. So this is from Fifth Dawn, comes to play taps for colorless and becomes a 2/2. I feel like the Wildfire is also innately pickable here, and same with the Staff of Nin, but I actually want more fixer, like more ramp mana cards.
uh
I feel like having mana is like that Felwar Stone actually speaks to me more than wow, but even Goblin Engineer's in here. Shit.
Goblin
Oof.
Engineer to go with our Goblin Welder. There's other 2 mana rocks.
Yeah,
There's not
that's
another Goblin Engineer.
right. This is the other. So let's get this. That'll be our way to set up the grave as well. Because so Goblin Engineer can only return 3 cost artifacts, but it can search anything.
Yeah. Sadly, we can't target Ichor Wellspring while paying the cost because it has to have a target. But
All right,
that kind of loop can be.
maybe that's
Just pick
Sweltering
up a.
Sun, or maybe the Miskelk. I don't know if we're
Yep.
blue, but
One of these 2 cycling cards would be pretty fine.
yeah. So yeah, I think I don't know how blue we're on. Miskelk is a way to like interact with our opponent, and
But so's Sweltering Suns.
yeah, this is a way to keep us from being murdered. So on a flare, a couple other cards. I don't see those being super huge.
Now let's pick one of the things. Which card seems the most castable? Is probably Thought Erasure.
Oh, Looter Core.
Looter Ilcore,
Literal
huh?
Core I like with Goblin Welder. That's a way
Yeah.
to get things into the grave for us to reanimate.
That's just like a good creature.
Uh, what do you mean just Wildfire? There's Wildfire and then there's Burning of Jingyi, if that's your question. I don't know if that was your question, but Burning of Jingyi is also in here. Agent of Treachery are expensive, and Rain of Filth is for like a mana intensive
Another
deck.
strong deck. Electro Dominance could be interesting.
Put that on the side for the moment. Agent of Treachery could actually be playable if we
Yeah, we just
flip into
cast it.
Avalanche Riders, Batter's Skull, City of Traders, Precursor Golem,
Precursor
Talisman. There's a turnabout below the cut. So we have a lot of cards in here that
Yeah.
are.
Ugin is also a choice
Ugin's
if we just
big.
go big colorless, but then Batter Skull and Precursor Golem are just really powerful artifacts. Precursor Golem also goes well with Goblin Welder because you can sacrifice the original to something, and then you sacrifice the tokens to bring back the original. There's also
Yeah.
Talisman of Indulgence.
Yeah, which is a nice like ramp thing with fixing that also works for like Eldrazi stuff. Do we want better skull? Do we want more? Actually, more talismans. Honestly, I don't know if that's better than just picking up Ugin here, though. Is the question.
Hmm. Hard to say. I like
Like,
both of them.
I also like Batter Skull here, which is a nice choice. It's one of the few ways to gain life within here, and it's a big threat. I'm gonna roll with that. I think Ugin and Talisman are both close here as well in my mind. Cold
I
Steel Heart,
agree.
Chromatic. Nope, sorry. There's an auto pick here,
Up, we got upheaval. We
which
got lots
is
of mana and an upheaval we could be casting.
yeah. This is how we win. So we get a lot of these mana rocks. We resolve upheaval, and then we slam back down all the mana rocks.
Mm.
Upheaval's been good forever, and it'll stay good. So what else do we have in here? I want Cold Steel Heart or Lantern to table.
Yeah, Lantern and Code Steel Heart are very good. Wouldn't be said with a Mutavault or that Shivan Reef. Probably the Shivan Reef's no way is coming back though. Frantic Search is playable in more decks than you think it is, especially when your deck has an Ancient Tomb in it.
Yeah.
If you want to pay
So
life for mana.
Consecrated Sphinx, Seat of the
Walkie
Synod,
Bee,
Blocky Bee. Ooh.
Walkie Bee,
Blocky Bee is a win con for this style of deck as well. Seat of the Synod
and
is an artifact land, which would like help out our like Forge Master a little bit. But Walkie Bee gives us a way out like of like removing and winning a game late. It also is like I guess it's not recurable in a good way. Like
but it's also good at any speed, and you can free it off the top of Mystic Forge for free if you really need to do something
you
specific.
really, really don't want to get Walking Ballista back with Engineer. You
Yeah, it'll die
really
immediately.
don't want to do that.
I guess if you have Liliana Death Horde General, then you're okay with it.
Or like some form of Anthem, but those aren't in. We
And
would need a Master of
Master
Ethereum.
of Ethereum.
All right, I want more ramp. Hang your back walker.
Is Hangingback Walker Glint Nest
Nest
Crane
Crane.
also an option?
So,
Growl's Outburst is just like a playable spell.
yeah, if we want, or Fire Ice is a playable spell as well.
I didn't even see that Fire Ice.
Yeah, it's a different art on the Fire Ice, so it doesn't stay. Like this is not the art I expect on Fire Ice.
You can also
Brain
have
Freeze.
Yawgmoth's Will and Empty the Warren.
Right, look at the power of
Uh,
all this stuff. There's so many directions in this too. I really like it.
I kind of like that
Um,
Walkie Bee or Hangerback Walker over the crane might wheel. I would love to wheel that crane.
yeah, let's go ahead and I guess let's try that, and that kind of fills us out on these things I want to be playing. Volcanic Island stand. Ooh, Hedron Archive though.
Hedron. I think Hedron Archive might be more important. Look at that Dream Halls though.
We're not a, we are the opposite of a Dream Halls
Yeah,
deck.
we are not a. We're gonna lose to Dream Halls so
We
bad.
cannot. The only thing we could possibly do with a Dream Halls is resolve an upheaval.
Upheaval.
That's literally it.
That'd be pretty
Um,
good though.
do I want that Hedron Archive over the like full fixing now? Like, I kind of feel like we want more of this ramp stuff to be able to make things like Mystic Forge and Upheaval better.
Yeah,
And this is the sort of thing that is that. I know we're passing the perfect fixer, but
there'll be more fixing. We'll be able to pick something, even if it's just like a fetch.
yeah, sadly the Sharpie technology is not on this on here. Duplicate, Dark Steel
Dark
Ingot.
Steel Ingot or Duplicant. Dark Steel. What is Mizzix Mastery does something, and I don't know what it does.
It's cast us. It's a reanimate a spell. That's all it does. It reanimates a spell. It's 4 mana, targeted instant or sorcery. Like
Oh, and then you can overload it.
copy it, and then you can overload it to copy every instant or sorcery in here.
That's in the queue because in Pack 2 we opened a Cruel Ultimatum.
There's also the augury and a couple other big instants of sorceries for that to hit. Maybe you just want the ingot and call that good. Like,
Yeah, we call that good.
Chalice is a perfect card for this style of deck. We're also seeing we see some strong. There's some strong control cards in the end game, and then we have a Gatekeeper Hymn, Delver hanging out. There's a lot of different directions still, which is nice.
I think the card for us, if it wasn't Chalice, it'd actually be Port.
Okay, so now I think the deck is missing some sort of draw, specifically like a draw 7. We already passed up the was it Commit to Memory or whatever. Obviously, Jar is the one that immediately comes to mind, but
we at least have Mystic Forge and Hedron Archive to sort of do that. We
Sure, but
just
we
want
need. I would like to be able to slam all our mana fixing and then like slam an X, or our ramp and then slam an X. Draw.
yeah. Are we a opt deck or a Myriad Landscape deck?
Myriad Landscape searches for 2 basics, but they have to be the same basic. Anthony Karnstrom, thank you for the sub. I feel like maybe we just grab the opt.
We could.
All right, here's the table. Commit to memory and
Ugin,
Ugin.
and basically all the cards we wanted are
Yeah,
here.
the only thing that isn't still here. No, actually, this is almost everything I was after. Commit to memory is very strong. This is a draw 7 on the flashback and a very strong interactive spell on the front side.
That could be the pick.
But there's also Ugin here, so that's the question: is
can we hit 8? We have Dark Steel.
we
have
can hit
Hedron.
8 very easily. I feel like let's
Okay.
try the
Everflame
Ugin.
Chalice, so yeah, we can hit 8.
Yeah. And we got back the Cold Steel Heart and the Lantern and the Winter Orb. Not that I'm super on that.
I think Cold Steel Heart's way better.
Specifically, the Ancient Tomb makes these things very, very good.
Yep. People are sleeping on these 2 mana artifacts. And top?
I'll take
top. Yeah,
we're not a Pyromancer deck.
I liked when we talked to Ryan about the Karus, the specific things like Molten Rain are the reason why Karus aren't in the queue.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that like punish you out like crazy. Ooh, I'll take Fire Ice. Oh, you still want Fire Ice over that? I don't know.
Fire Ice is cheaper, and cheaper usually means better.
But we have a lot of mana. Like, we can really get these rolling.
Plus, you can ice somebody's land, but Rouse Outburst also is just good. We're going to get Prof Bolt too?
Yeah, there's Prof Bolt. So we got our multiple. I'll take the Mizzix Mastery to...
I guess you could target Prophetic Bolt with that.
Alright, so this is after 2 packs. And again, like, decks in this cube are pretty high power because they, like... Because, again, when you're in 3 colors, it's hard to be like, oh, well, this pack is so off-color for me. All it can be is more off your plan. We saw a couple packs where it was like, no artifacts. And we're like, well, that sucks. That's where I picked up the Saheeli. But Saheeli seems to be pretty good for us, right? Grim Monolith, and look at that Sword of Steel and Sinew.
Yeah, Mind Stone...
Grim is the easiest pick in the world here, though, for what we have going on.
Yeah, Grim is so... Maybe we can get the key as well. Volt Key isn't in here, but the better Volt Key is.
Yeah, so...
One that can also make a creature unblockable.
I do enjoy that we have Sword of these 2 protections. Like, that's like...
Yeah.
This is a cool choice for it.
It's the sword that beats us up because it destroys artifacts.
Right. I guess we beat that by, like... having artifact
murdering
blockers.
You. Yeah. So Grim is a dumb card. Mind Stone will be nice on the wheel. People haven't been respecting 2 mana artifacts.
Yeah, and I would also take, like... There's a couple cards in here that are also very, very good. Like
Conscription, you can just play that in the deck.
Well, the effects on Sword of Steel and Sinew are actually a lot more powerful in here because the artifact destruction is almost going to be on for every deck. Like, everything has access to...
That's like a fucked up Art of Davriel.
Yeah, look at that weird off the... Okay, so we've got... I see Strip Mine, Recto Signet.
Even Scroll Rack. I kind of like that Signet.
Like that Signet.
If that was Thirst, but not... if it was Thirst rather than Compulsive...
Yeah.
What do you like?
I was looking at a Strip Mine or Signet. And I feel like we still want, like, I know we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana rocks on 2, but I feel like we just want as many of these mana rocks on 2 as possible.
Yeah, the Strip Mine would be more appealing if our deck wasn't so mana hungry. Like, spinning our lands to get rid of their land could be really bad for us or really good for Lodestone.
Lodestone Golem might be our speed. This is, we're very artifact heavy. We can play this on 2.
Yeah, we can play this on 2. Poor Star Compass.
Yeah, Matter Reshaper is also, I think, our speed. I would not be bad about that.
I would love to have that Matter Reshaper or Skite even. We're not going to wheel much out of this, though.
No. Like, we have enough colorless sources between Guardian Idol, Worn Power Stone, Hedron Archive, Everflowing Chalice, colorless lands. So let's get the Lodestone on the Blightsteel is
we have a Goblin Welder and a Goblin Engineer in our deck. Well, although Goblin Engineer can't do that with Blightsteel because I'm dumb. How about Steel Hellkite then?
Well, we also have a Kuldotha Forge Master in our deck.
Ooh.
which
And we could probably
grabs
just cast it.
like
Okay,
that's sack 3 artifacts, go search Blightsteel.
so okay. Steel Hellkite will probably wheel. We also have Echo of Eons as a draw 7.
That's a big draw 7. There's also Firemind's Vessel as ramp piece, and Fiery Confluence
That's fixing.
as a pretty good.
Oof, Fiery Confluence as well. Just kind of solves a lot of
Yeah.
problems.
I'm gonna go with like the idea of Forge Master. So this shuffles in on like too quick for you to welder it. You cannot welder this in.
Yeah.
Sentinel Tower just ain't us. Bolus.
Treasure map. Could just pick up a Wandering Fumarole. Oh, Tezzeret Agent of Bolus is off color, but
Yeah,
it
it's
is
off
very
color,
good
but
for us.
yeah.
We have Recto Signet, Dark Steel Ingot, Cold Steel Heart.
Maybe we're not as off. Maybe we can just splash it anyway. Like that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Or can we table it? Is a different question.
Can we table it is a different question. Our pick, if it wasn't, would be Treasure Map or Wandering Fumarole.
I'm also looking at that Factor Fiction and not feeling too bad about that choice. Also.
Foff is also great.
Yeah, like even like Wandering Fumarole is nice because like we do need some fixing for this deck to be able to fully cast everything. We want to go with the Fumarole one?
Go with your heart.
Let's get some fixing going. Thran Dynamo. Ooh, Inkwell Leviathan.
Inkwell Leviathan
Shit.
as well.
So Inkwell Leviathan is the revival target. That is the thing that we want to be welding. That's the thing we want to be like.
I think that's better for us than Blightsteel Colossus.
Yeah, because we can.
Thought Vessel and Thran Dynamo are the other choices.
Yeah, hopefully we table the Thought Vessel. I know Thran Dynamo is unlikely to make it around, but yeah.
People have been disrespecting the 2 mana rocks though, so maybe.
Yeah, Thran Dynamo though is not, and that's a little sad. But let's get this. Let's get the biggie. Let's get that. We're not a
Wayfarer's Bauble. It's ramp. It's fixing. Academy Ruins.
Like Academy Ruins is pretty real. Tangle Wire is a question. Wayfarer's Bauble isn't unreasonable either.
I think we have good picks here. I just don't know which one to go for. I think the Academy might be the most powerful, but what do we have that really...
We don't really have a lot of recurring things going on here. That's like the Tangle Wire would be that.
Yeah, it'd be the Tangle Wire.
I kind of like the Tangle Wire to see if that sort of like denial works for us. Let's try that.
I like it.
Candelabra. Overmaster.
Overmaster was a personal favorite to me to put it in the queue.
That's one I've seen. Every time I've seen Ryan streaming this, he's had Overmaster, and it's been pretty good.
He loves Overmaster and Quicken, which is how I know he's a man after my own heart.
Let's take Python Needle so that we can actually shut off, like, this is more of a sideboard thing, but it can shut off some very powerful effects, and we can search it, so. On the wheel here, not a lot that actually speaks to us.
It's like a Scavenger's Grounds, maybe? Spellseeker doesn't seem too exciting.
Yeah, Spellseeker would only be grabbing literally Opt. It's very good in other decks. But yeah, and that's a lot of this pack. I think the Scavenging Grounds is maybe a sideboard, but I think I'm fine with it having an exile everything.
Yeah, it's a way to fight. It's not. I would rather have Bajuka Bog, but.
Alright, hanging around here. Intuition, Finalia Promise, Steamkin.
Not really seeing a card for us. Intuition could be interesting with goblins. With our goblin welders.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's
I'm gonna grab the Phoenix out of this, because that could be like a sideboard threat.
I guess it's a big red card. Oh, we got Skite back.
Okay. Skite's fine. That's a way to stop like removal on all our other stuff. Bolus Dragon God. And then I think this should be our Firemind Steel Hellkite. So we can get that Steel Hellkite back for another big threat, or we can have a Firemind's Vessel and have one more piece of ramp.
And one more piece of fixing. Our big mana targets are Blightsteel, Leviathan, and Inkwell. So maybe...
Let's get big. I'm going to take this Gear Hulk and put it on the side. We might reanimate it. Who knows? I thought Vessel.
Hey, people don't respect the 2 mana.
Sure.
Hey, people don't respect the cheap artifacts. Okay.
No Bolus made it back around, though, was the most
Yeah, Agent of
notable
Bolas
thing.
didn't.
Alright,
Okay.
so our deck is very colorless and very hefty on. I feel like its weakness is draw. Like, I don't feel like. I think we're going to be relying a little too much on Mystic Forge to be doing
Yeah,
our
we.
work, but.
I think also every non-colorless artifact. If okay, what is the actual text of Mystic Forge?
Mystic Forge is you may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast the top card of your library if it is an artifact or colorless non-land.
Okay,
Pay one life,
so
exile the top card of your library. Tap.
so colored permanents are then colored spells are then weaker for us, so they have to be like above a line to be good. I kind of like Sahili though, especially with Kodolta Forge Master.
You know, like Opt might not be above that line.
Uh,
Um,
is Prophetic Bolt and Browse Outburst and Prophetic Bolt might be how we like find the cards we need.
so Welder and Engineer are yes, absolute. We keep those around.
Mhm.
Let's do some sidestepping over here. I'm gonna put the lands up top so that they're not. This also looks like a 16 land deck, maybe less. Like,
Yeah, it's because of all
like,
these. It's because
like,
of all these mana sources we have. I can believe it.
yeah. So I think Python Needle is more of a sideboard.
Yeah, it's kind of cute to like fetch it with Engineer and then swoop it out when we need it. But
2/3/4. Basalt Monolith is 3/3/3.
mm,
Sweltering Suns probably gets sideboarded for against a deck where that's more useful.
yeah,
Uh,
Ludra Core is
How much of
consistency.
our
Agent
top
of
end is
I think Agent can go. Like if we're doing things that big, we should be doing more than just stealing a permanent, and we can't really cheat it into
unless
play.
yeah, unless there's
It's good against planeswalkers, though.
Scavenger's Ground is good with Looter, right? I
I do
I
not see how that could be the
I
case.
don't believe those two have an interaction.
Yeah, it's our opponents. We're mostly using it to kill our opponents' graveyards. So we can get Agent out, and now we just have
Well,
huts to
you
make.
say Agent is 7 mana and we can't cheat it, and
Yeah, we don't cheat it. We just cast
I
it.
mean, I guess technically we're not cheating to get to 7 mana, but
Actually,
like
a lot of our
this is our
well, it's
ramp.
yeah, our blue on our ramp is actually kind of weak. We have
It's
Darksteel Ingot and Wayfarer's Bauble and
Firemind
Firemind's Vessel
Vessel.
and maybe Cold Steel Heart, but a lot of them are colorless. Okay, so what is our if we're just if we want to optimize the forge, we start looking at our colored spells. I think Upheaval is just too powerful not to
There
play.
is no world where you could convince me to cut Upheaval from this deck. That is
Yeah,
factually impossible.
yeah, I think either Rouse Burst or Prophetic Bolt might be a too mopey.
That's fine. I think one of the two is probably fine to cut out. Rouse Outburst is kind of the weaker, I suppose.
Uh,
Because it's like Prophetic Bolt is 4 damage, look at 4 cards. Rouse Outburst is 3 damage, look at 2 cards.
yeah. So
So
yeah, Prophetic Bolt is just like Lightning Bolt combined with Impulse.
yeah, because
Not Lightning Bolt, but Lightning Blast.
so to do a little bit more talking about this Upheaval, the thing about Upheaval is that when the power up Upheaval is when you have more mana than 6 to continue plays past all the permanents being bounced.
Mm.
And
And
weird, I wonder how we would possibly get above 6 mana.
yeah, especially the card Grim Monolith is especially disgusting with Upheaval because it turns your 2 mana into
Yeah, oh,
3 and then turns your 3
I'm
into
so sorry. I was
yeah.
underrepresenting our ramp here.
Could Skype be a sideboard card, or is it just going to be good enough most of the time?
Skype could be a sideboard card. Do we need the? I guess is Tanglewire what we want? We don't. Tanglewire is alone as far as this type of attack. It's that and Lodestone Golem, I suppose, that are attacking a resource that normally nothing else is here.
Yeah, sort of taxing our opponent.
I don't feel bad about it, and it's also something we can recur to like keep.
Yeah, because we can just keep Goblin Engineering it or Goblin Weldering it is pretty cool to me.
You know, well, even when you cast Upheaval when you're behind,
Yeah, when you're
Well,
behind, it's
like
like
it's
cool.
just the same
You're
thing. Like your opponent has
yeah.
no cards anymore.
Yeah.
So
What is our engineer package? Like what cards are we
So I think the that's actually a really good question. The main thing I'm looking at with engineer is actually the ability to throw Inkwell Leviathan in the grave. We honestly only really have Ichor Wellspring as far as like a card that I want to continuously.
like the Zoop? The Zoop is like Ichor Wellspring.
That's it. Like there's no
Yeah.
second artifact that we want to be. There's no prophetic
But
prism. There's no.
yes. But what are the other like our package is in like what card do we want to tutor with it to then put into play like that with it or what cards can we put into play with it? Like we have Ichor Wellspring, we have Warren's Power Stone, we have lots mostly mana, it looks like, is what we're making with it.
Yeah. It doesn't really have a lot of. The thing is, I like it as a copy of Entomb. Like,
Yeah, it's basically like an entomb next with attached to a body, which is fine, and we might be able to get some use out of it, especially with the tangle wire.
because the main thing I'd be doing would be immediately on casting. I think Inkwell Leviathan goes to the yard. I think that's a pretty quick move, and then like we get Goblin Welder.
Yeah, and like we can decide, like if we have Kodoth Forge Master, then we pick something else. But if we have Goblin Welder, then we put Inkwell in the grave. Like that's our.
Yeah, actually, that's the hard question too, because Inkwell kind of wants to be in the deck and at the.
We can sort of pick and choose because we also have like Lodestone and Batterskull as really awful things to put into play.
All right. Well, we need like, let's say 3 to 4 more cuts at
Yeah.
most.
So Ugin is something to do with all of our mana. All of our X guys are great. We could look at our worst mana.
I don't like doing much of that outside of like maybe Wayfarer's Bauble or something. Like, I don't want to cut too much of this.
Yeah, there's things like the Thought Vessel, which are just like the inverse Soul Rings. There's Sahili, which I think is actually pretty good in our deck.
I think Saheeli stays because Saheeli has some good copy targets too. Even like we can copy a Lodestone Golem. We can copy. We can't copy an Inkwell. We can copy.
Batterskull.
Batterskull.
You have to equip it though.
That's fine. We'll probably have 5 mana. But yeah, we can turn things into other things. Hell, you can turn Hangerback Walker into a walking ballista.
Let me read Sahili real quick.
Sure. We cannot target Inkwell. Actually,
Yeah,
I said Inkwell and cut myself off because it is Shroud.
We can, but even just like making like a Grim Monolith out of your guy to like cast Ugin, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Top is just good in every deck.
How about we
Top
cut,
fixes a lot of our consistency
well,
problems.
yeah, Top actually helps out a lot with the problem I have, which is us not
Oh
being
my
able
god!
to.
Top with Mystic Forge seems really stupid.
Oh fuck. I'm gonna cut out the Tangle Wire. I might cut out the Goblin Engineer the more I'm looking at it. I don't think we have a lot of things I like to do with it.
I mean, you can just use Welder as Welder, and we have Literal Core to, like, do stuff.
Okay, let's do that, and then let's cut out, like, Darksteel Ingot, I think, is our weakest fixer. Our weakest ramp piece.
Yeah, it's because it provides colored mana, but we've reduced some of our colored requirements here.
And we're gonna have basic land, you know.
Yeah, and we have Wayfarer's Bauble to sort of shore up everything else. So I like this.
Okay, how do you feel on 15 lands?
One of them is a Ancient Tomb.
Yes, one of them's an Ancient Tomb. That's why I say it.
We have to hit 2 lands.
Yeah, that's the number if we hit 2 lands, we hit 3 lands.
Yeah, we hit 3, and then once we hit 3, then we're basically, like, good to zoop whatever we need. I think we could do 15. It'd be interesting to have you do a 15 land deck. Kaz is always trying to talk to you into 16, and here we are. He's just in the chat, and we're just
This is a different, like, because this isn't a 15 mana source deck.
This is a
24. Yeah, like
yeah, it's like 24, 25 mana source deck. I think the two things that make me okay with 15 are Ancient Tomb and actually Sensei's Defining Top. I think one land and top is enough to get there.
Well, the other thing I like is that we have literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drop rocks.
And then we have Wayfarer's Bauble, which is like a fake one.
So yeah, the only thing I feel missing in this deck is literally a memory jar.
Yeah, we didn't see we did not see
All
the
right.
memory jar, or else you would have popped it in. That looks about right.
Yeah. We need 1 red for Welder and Prophetic Bolt. We need double blue for Upheaval and Linkwell.
Yeah, I really don't like these lands. I know they're expensive lands. Like if you have these lands in your deck, you're just to show of how much money you've spent. I think they're just worse than the other unlands.
So
The lack of a border makes them stick out.
we have a lot of sideboard things. Scavenger's Ground will be good against any sort of reanimator / thing that like cares about the grave. Python Needle can answer walkers, which we don't have a lot of good. Python Needle's close to being main deckable here.
Yeah, Python Needle is rather close. We have like an engineered Tanglewire package to bring in if we really want to be annoying.
With how low our colored requirements are, Doc, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colored cards. If we had Manamorphose in here, I feel like it would offer us double Forest.
Yeah, like it will offer you to play Forest, which is a bannable offense by me. Like whenever you're going to have to be careful when you're selecting your Coldstone Creamery color. Because if you pick white, I have to leave.
Oh boy. Well, let's go ahead and jump on in.
Let's jump on in.
So I feel very. Look at the way this sorted the deck.
Yep, it put all of our spells over on our lands because they're colorless. Okay, what do you want to do with this deck? I know what I want to do.
I want to have a game where I get to... You know what this is actually missing? Metamorph.
Phyrexian Metamorph is one of the missing cards.
Yeah.
I want to beat someone up with an Idol Guardian.
Yeah, I'd equip it with Batterskull, attack for 6.
Yeah.
Go to town. Hell yeah. All right.
Yeah, I don't think you have to apologize for caps locking a hell yeah. That's like a natural hell. This looks great.
Okay. I'm a bit...
Do we lead with the Fumarole or do we lead with Topper Wayfarer's Bauble?
So
I think we lead with Fumarole.
let's see what we draw, I guess, would be the actual answer. Because if we draw into a second untapped land, I would change my mind.
Yeah, then if we draw untapped land, then we play Island Bauble.
God, I still kind of want to... Oh boy. Are we... Okay.
Nope, they're just a mountain deck.
Oh!
That changed. Okay, so let's can we cast Lodestone next turn?
Yes.
Okay.
So we can turn to a Lodestone in this matchup, whatever matchup this is.
Hopefully it's not a Lightning Bolt deck.
Yeah, if it's a Lightning Bolt deck, we're having problems because I'm using Ancient Tomb 4 times in this game.
Plus they just kill our Lodestone.
Shit, they might be a Lightning Bolt deck.
Goblin War Marshal. Okay. I'm not afraid of Goblin War Marshal.
Okay. That's huge.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of Goblin War Marshal. Up your nose with a rubber hose.
Let's get this down. Like...
Can your low to the ground deck pay for this, or are you going to pay for Echo because you have no castable spells in hand?
Right.
Yeah, they paid the Echo!
Alright. And they can't possibly do anything or go to combat or anything here. Today's move is Wandering Fumarole. Actually...
You can play Hedron Archive into Top and Wayfarer's Bauble if we want to pay some more life.
Or I could play Hedron Archive into Wayfarer's Bauble, activate Wayfarer's Bauble if I play Island.
That's also pretty good. Funnily enough, Wayfarer's Bauble is pretty bad with Upheaval, but
Well, it gets a land into play, which is fine. I kind of want to, like, I only want to use this Ancient Tomb one more time, and then be done
getting the
with
archive
it.
into...
Let's get the Fumarole down so that I can start having an activatable blocker here.
Yeah, and if we get the archive down, we won't have to use Ancient Tomb as reliably.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, we'll be able to not murder ourselves.
We can't activate Wayfarer's Bauble. We're down a mana. So yes, it's an island. So yeah. So we'll just play the top. Do we play top and activate top, or play bobble?
I don't have anything I'm currently searching for, so I'm gonna play the bobble.
Yeah, stop on our upkeep.
Our Lodestone Golem is probably dead here. 4 mana against a mono red deck, like, we probably have Lodestone get murdered by, like, 3 mana burn spell or something like that.
I was kind of emboldened by them playing, them paying the Echo, though. They might have a lot of creatures in hand.
That's also possible. I feel like there's a 3 mana burn spell that's just going to take out Lodestone Golem. Chain Whirler? What is this?
Oh!
Oh! Holy
Okay.
shit!
So we got their Fire Blast, and now they have some mana for... You want to cast Upheaval next turn?
It's starting to look like that, ain't it?
Although it's funny, we can... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we could try spinning the top into after we upheaval, but
Yep, take some damage.
so we're looking for Batter Skull here.
Yes. Well, for the 2 turns that Vortex isn't in play.
Yeah.
Because again, you can't gain life while Vortex is in play.
That's the special text of Sulfuric Vortex.
Okay.
Hugin as well would be. So we do have 8 mana. Can we get anything into play after we upheaval? If we have 8 mana, we should be able to.
If we have 8 mana, we can get Rakdos Signet down, and that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we only have 8 mana, like...
If we play our land.
Well, we play our land post. Like, that's the easiest.
Yeah.
Why would we...
Yeah.
Do we just tap top here and see what is available for us?
I could just Zavoop it.
Like, don't even bother, like, just tapping it to see what else is available.
Spruce on in.
God, like, I want to wait on Upheaval one more turn, but I don't think we can wait on Upheaval one more turn is the problem. Right? Like, that's a...
Yeah, that's...
Can I...
Oh, if we can get down a lot of stuff next turn... Actually, no, we have 9 mana. If we replay the Ancient Tomb and
Go
tap
to
it again.
6, yeah.
Yeah. And we're really putting our money into drawing a Boom Boom that can win the game very quickly. If we
Okay,
do that.
I think let's try this. I'm actually going to hang her back for 1 here.
Okay.
Waiting on Upheaval sounds like a good way to go to 6, and then 2 bolts kill you. I realize. My problem is I'm actually going to 4 to do that. But, like, I feel like I need a little bit more, like...
We have some sideboard for this matchup, at least. Yeah, 2 bolts still kills you at 4. Okay, so we block the not token.
Yeah, we block Mog War Marshal because we're going to be upheavaling and we want the Mog War Marshal to be dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, they feel vindicated and they're paying of the Echo. Just pay. Okay, they have spells in hand.
Okay. I
That's
could bobble here, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, Bobble just puts a land in our hand.
Well, it puts a land into play. That's
what I mean.
Into play tapped.
So it gives us 1 more mana next turn.
But at the cost of 2 life, which is actually a little bit too much of a cost right now. Alright. So let's draw, take our Vortex damage, attack for 1. and see if we die to, like, bolts here. Alright. Red.
Using our black mana, I guess.
Yeah.
And then we can go Hedron Archive.
Now the
Rakdos
question. Now
Signet.
here's the question to me. This is the only thing that matters.
Mhm.
Am I taking burn in response here? How much? Am I just taking 3? What's the follow up? You know.
Oh, they're just tapping their floating. Okay.
So we can play Hedron Archive into Rakdos Signet. We could also go.
you go to 3 to
Going to 3 sounds like the actual
yeah, that sounds like a dumb
worst
idea.
choice we could possibly make.
So we can go Wayfarer. We can go Hedron Archive, Signet, Wayfarer's Bauble.
How about Hedron Archive, Signet, Land, top Bauble?
Yeah.
So, like, Hedron Archive is the first play here.
Okay, do they cast their spells now? You can draw all the cards
You
you
can
want.
draw
buddy.
all the cards you want, friend who is at,
She's going to go to 10 cards in hand, but
yeah, like what? Alright, so then I want to play land, tap Hedron Archive, Signet, top, and I'm actually going to spin the top.
yeah, let's see what we find.
Because we can find Batterskull right there, huh?
Oh, okay, so we're gonna go Batterskull into can we cast Ugin the turn after?
No. Because
Do we
that's
just
8
wanna
Ugin, so...
we can Kuldotha Forge Master for the Leviathan.
Well, okay, so we clearly just draw the Batterskull here, and that's...
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So,
Mountain.
how many bolts are we taking? Is this tap out for Lava Spike?
This just seems like past my turn, discard 2 cards.
Mountain. Okay.
Oh, the Barbarian!
Huh. So I have to play basic to be able to...
So
So
we get an attack with Batterskull.
we get 1 attack with Batterskull, and then... Well, we get 1 attack with the life gain, and then we get 1 attack, you know... From there, we don't have the life gain anymore, so...
It depends if their priority is to... But if that's the case, it seems like they're going to be... They have another 2-drop, I'm pretty sure.
Right, they got rid of Stormblood Berserker, so...
Yeah, Earthshaker Kinra, so they have a Goblin Piker. They valued that more than
Berserker needs Bloodthirst. They're not getting Bloodthirst.
they picked the Kinra itself. Okay.
Okay, I think we just go ahead and play Wandering Femoral tapped, Firemind's Vessel tapped. Malamet, thank you for the sub. Because if we play Femoral and Firemind's Vessel, next turn we can play Ugin.
Yeah, and then we can just blow up all their permanents. Although
Yeah.
I think Ugin kills the germ, but who cares?
It depends.
Yeah, we might just plus Ugin on their guys, and then
Or their face.
yeah, if we have to win quickly. And then after we play Ugin, we can crack the Hedron Archive.
Yes.
We can play the Bauble too, I guess, or we can spin the top. We know we're drawing Ugin.
Yeah. Alright, so 3 lands. I think Sulfuric Vortex is a pretty smart play when, you know, I just...
Yep. So we go back to 7. They can't do anything.
So Ugin's is...
So each permanent with CSS X or less, that's 1 or more colors. So if we X equals 3, it will exile the germ.
I think that's okay. We can weirdly use the Wandering Femoral as our...
Yeah, we can as our Batter Skull or this Clodotha Forge Master as
Yeah. So first things first, let's attack. Because again, we're gonna lose the germ token.
uh
Or hell, we just replay Batter Skull.
Yeah, we can just if we have 8 mana, then you can just bounce and replay Batter Skull. Yeah.
Alright, so minus 3.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to do anything other than 3.
I don't want to use the Ancient Tomb, but I will. Because we actually need that much mana to activate Batter Skull and attach to Wandering Fumarole.
Mm-hmm.
Ugin is also a game-ending threat.
Yeah, we just keep plussing on them. They're at 9.
Yeah, I thought about just plussing at them right there, but...
Yeah, we would lose to the Vortex and cards in their hands.
Yeah, the problem was cards in their hand. If they had any burn at all, I guess they could flashback Risk Factor, but hey, there's Chain Whirler. That's a card I don't care about. That's perfect. They're tapped out.
Yeah, that's a card that dies to Ugin's plus.
Yeah. And then we kill them with Wandering Fumarole.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is gonna own. So...
Oh, and Grim to make all of our mana come true.
So we activate Wandering Fumarole.
Yeah, we might not want to show them we have Grim if we can help it.
Oh. Ahem. God damn it.
If you click on the colorless mana.
Yeah, I thought it did it automatically there, but anyway.
It's dumb. It wanted to use your blue mana. Okay, and then the Wandering Fumarole picks up the Batter Skull. And then we pay 0 to switch its power and toughness. Actually, they go to, and then we murder them with no, they go to 1. Okay.
Right, but we gain so much life.
And we have an Ugin in play. Okay.
Check out this Batter Skull doing as much work as possible here.
Get Zoop. And yeah, we can even spin the top because Wandering Fumarole is vigilant. Okay, Sweltering Sun seems like a good card here.
I was gonna say Sweltering Suns when we saw the Chain Whirler and the Mog War Marshal seems nice. I can't believe we equipped Batter Skull to a freaking Wandering Fumarole.
Do we want Tanglewire as well?
I don't.
Or Spellskite?
Spellskite, yes. Tanglewire, no. Spellskite, abso-fucking-lutely. I don't like Tanglewire against them because if they actually have the early.
Tanglewire is very bad against resolved Sulfuric Vortex.
Yeah, I was gonna say that even the War Marshal. All right, I feel like maybe we get rid of some of our more expensive things. Living Weapon is when you play it from your hand, it attaches itself to a 0/0.
Do we want? Is this a matchup where we're going to have time to make super use of Mystic Forge?
I think probably still. I'm actually looking at some of our like super top end that might not be worthwhile. Like, is Inkwell Forge Master even something we want to be doing?
Perhaps not. Then perhaps we cut those two.
That's so slow.
Ugin's a Wrath.
True.
So we probably keep the Ugin. What does Goblin Welder do for us if we're taking out like the Leviathan? We could just want Rail's Outburst. Yeah, it could be 1/1.
Let's get this Rail's Outburst, perhaps, and then Looter Ilkor is still fine for fixing a hand.
Yeah, Looter Ilkor is just a good creature that I'm fine with.
I don't see any other. If we wanted to go a weird direction, we could bring in this Noxious Gear Hulk and
gain some life.
Yeah, let's try this though.
That's rock.
So we added in a little bit more removal and a little bit more card selection. We got rid of one of our like 4 packages. Slow but effective, I feel.
Yeah, this is a card that resolve. This is a hand that resolves the Sweltering Sun, so I'm in for it. And Skite lives through Sweltering Suns.
Yeah, Skite also, you know, takes things on
Blocks.
the chin.
They have Goblin Guy. Falconwrath Gorger.
Okay.
It's a Savannah Lions.
Would like to draw a mountain.
Yeah, Mountain would be great.
I feel like I still want to play Spellskite next turn.
Yeah, it is a blocker. Seems great. Blocker seems great.
Blocker seems like... There we go. So now we can actually play the Sweltering Suns on time.
Hopefully they just play 2 creatures that die to Sweltering Suns here.
I want a land Chain Whirler.
Yeah, the worst thing would be if they pay this Echo. That'd be terrible. Okay, great.
Yeah, that's cool. Spellskite's gonna block Falconwrath Gorger no matter what. I don't care if they have burn spells. I'm not gonna...
Yeah, gain 5 life sounds okay to me.
Yeah, life is at a premium here, especially when we know they have Sulfuric Vortex. 3 cards left in hand. Sure.
Okay.
Sure. So we sweep next turn.
Yeah, we just take the clean 2 for 1.
Yeah, it's clean. It's nice. It gets the job done. If they play a 1-drop afterwards, I'll feel even bad.
Yeah, Zergo Bell Striker.
Nice.
So now we take the juicy 3 for 1.
So,
And we're okay drawing lands because there's only 15 of them in the deck.
and there's a looter in my hand, so...
There's a looter in our hand and a bobble in play.
Yep.
Like, play looter and
So 2 cards left in...
bobble.
2 cards left in hand. Like, they are near out... Okay, Vortex is a good one.
Okay, they have the card.
That's a very good one to have.
That's one of the better things they could have. I think we just looter and...
I think we play Fumarole here so I can attack with it next turn.
Yeah.
Because we kind of want to race them now.
Yeah.
It's weird, but I really do want to be racing our opponent, so...
We have ways to do it. Any of our X guys would be great draws, especially the Ballista.
Yeah. 1 card left in hand. They missed a land drop, so they probably have a real... Sure, I can't block Earthshaker Kenra. I couldn't block it anyway.
Hiker. Well, enough if we kill that, it probably doesn't come back. Back when that was a standard staple, it was actually scary to
Kill it, because...
regen. Yeah.
Alright, let's attack with Looter first. I might just leave up the Fumarole as a blocker.
Yeah. Leaving up Fumarole as a blocker and then like in-step Row's outbursting something seems like a fine thing to do. Chumpies, huh?
Not yet, but soon.
Okay.
Because right now it doesn't do anything. Right? Like, it,
Yeah, right now it just...
it brings down our defenses and, like, we just take a bunch of damage. Okay, I need them to draw, like, 1 dead turn, and there's a dead turn. That's all I needed.
Okay, let's see if they attack. Okay. You've fallen for my trap card.
Let's see if they have their own burn spell to take it out.
Like, if they have to Fire Blast a Wandering Fumarole, that seems pretty cool to me. Or if they have, like, Magma Spray or
Yeah, I mean,
Magma Jet.
if it's 6 to bring it back, right? Yeah.
You have 6 to bring it back. That seems like a fine thing to use with Saheeli.
I can... cast that and still activate the Fumarole.
Yeah, you could attack for 5 here.
I think we need to. Like, we need to be aggressive if we're going to win.
And we have a burn spell in hand. Maybe Prophetic Bolt and Rouse Outburst are just, maybe they're killing spells.
Maybe Saheeli just gets looted. Ooh.
A plan has formed.
Okay.
A plan that is our opponent's dead in 2 turns?
Yeah. It's 5. Here's a dragon. Shh, that kills us.
We're dead!
We died to that, yeah.
Yay!
We died flat to that. There's
When's
nothing.
the last time we When's the last time you died to Thundermaw Hellkite? That card's been undervalued in cubes of previous.
Yeah. So yeah, we would need
We can't actually kill that either.
yeah, that's actually a problem card. We can't do too much about it.
I have Electro Dominance as a X spell that could kill it in our
Sadly, I
ability.
can't like try to murder them in response here. Let's all right.
Yeah.
Anything else? Where's my okay.
Begin sideboard. So we learned that our opponent does have
Some top
stuff.
end. Maybe that Tangle Wire is... Well, the thing is, they showed a lot of early stuff, too, and it's not like that's a huge...
I'm willing to bet they top out at exactly one copy of
yeah, that 5-drop.
Thundermaw Hellcat.
I would not expect too much more than that.
Can we just kill them with Batterskull? Like, are they going to have a Sulfuric Vortex every time?
I kind of wonder if I want Rekindling Phoenix in this matchup.
We could. Just like a sticky guy.
Sticky threat that blocks? Like, it even, like, just kind of... It holds the Thundermaw after the first turn. It doesn't work the first turn. Clearly.
Yeah.
Do we have something we don't like?
There's like Saheeli, which could produce a lot of blockers.
Saheeli seems really good if Saheeli comes down early. Maybe that Bobble, which just hasn't been performing.
Yeah, okay, we can cut the way first Bobble. That'll be better in a slower matchup, but where we don't have time to spend the mana on it, it's really awkward.
I'm also gonna add in a mountain.
Mountain hero of the people.
Do I want second mountain? No, let's go with single mountain. All right.
You have the Fumarole and the Rakdos
Signet. What did I play first? Yes. I'm okay with this.
Yeah, this isn't exciting, but it has most of what we need. It's got Skite, which can block. It's got Hangerback, which can block.
Yeah, I
It's
feel
got
like
Rouse Outburst, which kills a guy.
I feel like I'm going Walker on 2, Skite on 3.
Yeah, Skite on 3, and then we can crank the Walker. If we trade Walker as a 2/2 and get 2 1/1s, that's really good for us.
Yes.
'Cause they have one card in their deck that
Our
answers that
deck being called Is It is not like...
We have a third color in our deck, and it's colorless.
It's like technically correct, but our deck is not very Is It, as it were.
Can they attack and pass?
That'd be fine.
Stormblood Berserker, though.
Yeah, 3/3. Oh, there's a Marshall again.
Our card's looking pretty good here. We block Zergo, we block a token, crank the Walker.
Yep.
Kill a mosquito.
Are they paying for that? No.
Nope, they don't pay for the Echo.
Okay.
What's your lifetime percentage on paying the Echo for Mugwort, Marshall?
20%.
I'd say mine's more like 35, but yeah, not nearly much. Do we take the trade?
I think I'm cool taking the
block?
trade.
This attack is so weird.
Well, if they... Okay, the actual thing is if they have, Spinner.
Yeah, if they have
Chain
Goblin
Whirler.
Chain Whirler. Maybe we just block with Skite then.
Sure, let's block Skype.
We can't really get punished for doing that.
Like, the worst they could do is kill Spellskite, and that's not...
Yeah, but if they do that, then they're probably going to do that anyways.
Alright, here comes Sulfuric Vortex, because I know what their turn 3 is every single fucking time.
Yeah.
We'd have a lot of trouble beating that card.
Well, if we draw Ugin and cast it with somehow. Our turn is probably spent Rowell's outbursting something, though.
Kind of want to get Saheeli down.
We can Saheeli.
Then, like, next turn I can Hedron Archive, Everflowing Chalice, or Rouse Outburst.
Yeah.
I want Saheeli down, though. I feel like that's a powerful move that we'll need.
We have the option, although not great option, of Chalice for zeroing just to get a 1/1.
I don't like that. I also didn't Chalice for 1 in Saheeli because I want to be able to activate Hangerback Walker.
Oh.
Okay, alright, huh.
Equip as a target creature you control, right?
Yeah, you can't steal it. They can't gain life off this.
They can't gain life, and Spellskite can kind of play ham. Plus, they have to spend a counter if we crank the ballista. Like we block and crank here and block a 1/1, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna kill this, block a 1/1. Turn it up. They can't gain life.
Yeah, they can't gain life.
I feel like that's a really important part of this, is that they can't gain life.
If it wasn't taking 4 for our efforts, it would almost be worth it to save the walking ballista here.
We can't afford that life with Sulfuric Vortex in
Sulfuric
play.
Vortex in play, yeah.
We get a bunch of 1/1s.
We're gonna have a lot of 1/1s.
Yeah, so that's sweet. Take some damage.
There is one thing we might want to do here. We might want to Rouse Outburst when they equip their guy.
Well, we can Everflowing Chalice for 1 and leave up Rouse Outburst.
Yeah.
So do you think that's worth it, and then we just attack for 3?
Yeah, we attack for 3, leave back our Ground Pounders. Yeah, they made casting Chalice weird.
Okay, so we get a servo. Yeah, we can copy Hedron Archive 2 for like a ramp.
Wait, she's target artifact you control, right?
Yeah, it becomes a copy of another target artifact you could. Target artifact you control becomes a copy of target artifact or creature you control. Both sides have you control.
Okay, so we can't steal the GT.
No, both sides of that have you control on the text.
Because we could turn Everflowing Chalice into Iwazawa's GT and use the X counters from it.
My biggest worry is land Thundermaw. I don't think we beat that play.
Yeah, we lose to Lane Thunderball, but we knew our deck had. This deck. Mono Red exists for a reason. Actually, we don't kill their guy when they go to equip. We can kill their guy when they go to pump to survive the servo block.
Yeah, or we kill their guy before it gets counters.
Yeah.
In some way, like.
Yeah.
Waiting for them to pay costs, equip. Yep.
They do things that make sense. I presume they're attacking us.
I think we
Makes a little
actually
sense
go
to
to
attack.
kill both their creatures here.
Yeah, killing both their guys makes a lot of sense.
Want them to use that counter.
Don't know why they did that.
So that they could kill the Spellskite.
It would only go to a 3/3 though, right?
Yeah, but then they kill it post-combat with -1.
Post combat with -1/-1. Yeah, okay. So they're out of GT counters.
And they're going to be out of creatures here too. Walking
Ballista. A thing to use our mana on.
Walkie Bee. A thing to
slow
kill our
fireball.
opponent. Yeah. Well, a thing to make sure that GT doesn't function anymore, right? Like.
Yeah, this is good. Doesn't get us a 1/1, but who cares? Oh man, we can do my play in a really dumb way. No, we can't. Okay. Yeah, we just murder that.
Yeah, that just dies. Vortex.
Can we draw a land or Grim?
Yeah, Grim. Oh shit. Okay, check this shit out.
Yeah, we can
So,
turn.
Grim
We just turn
Monolith.
Do we turn Spellskite into Grim Monolith?
Yeah. Well. So we play Grim Monolith. All right. I get a servo. And then. So target artifact you control becomes a copy of another target artifact you control. So
yes.
Target
It's either
artifact you
Spellskite or
control.
Servo. Target. Yeah, you choose the Grim Monolith second.
I'm making sure of that, you know.
Yeah, because it'd be really sad to turn our Grim Monolith into a.
And then we get 10 mana. X is 5.
We just kill their guy now, or do we attack with all creatures?
Attack with all creatures.
Hey, did you know we can deal with Thunderball Hellkite now?
That's why I don't want to kill their guy now.
Yeah.
Also, like, I have an onboard, like, also, this Grim Monolith.
I'm gonna untap. Or we can keep using it, even though... Yeah, see, whoop.
Oh, sorry, I pointed to the wrong one.
Yeah.
So they go to 7.
Yeah, they're actually dead next turn. They have to kill us now.
Yeah, they have to kill us right now. They can upkeep fire, you know, like lightning bolt or whatever. They have that option, but
Yeah, they couldn't. They lost to their own sulfuric vortex.
Vortex.
Granted, they lost to our Grim Monolith Saheeli, but
I also like this was we get a Walkie Beyond 5.
that's the biggest Triskelion I ever saw.
Yeah. All right. Victory.
Victory against Mono Red.
That's probably the hardest. That was the matchup I was a little scared of, like with what we had. I'm also scared of decks that we don't have, like hard control. I think is going to give us fits.
If we can resolve a Mystic Forge against hard control,
it should be great. But that was so fun. So yeah, this is the Grixis cube. This is the world of like so many different archetypes, and because there's only 3 colors, those archetypes get to be wider. Like, you know, in a normal cube, you have mono red. You've got like, so if we talk about aggressive strategies like mono red, white weenie, like the black beatdown deck, the you know, things like that. But in here, it's all condensed to like 1 or 2 aggressive archetypes. Now, obviously, there's some difference there in them, but like because they're so condensed, they can be more powerful and more reliable. Which is why like this artifact plan usually fails in a big cube, but here. The Bree Wizard.
The Bree Wizard. It says knock out any of our jump start spells.
I'm okay with
got
the top.
top. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Did you ever consider Sensei's Divining Top plus Mystic Forge?
I did actually when we were building our deck.
Okay, just.
It was just striking you though.
Yeah.
We all have our own deep personal connection with our opponent duressing our Sensei's Divine. Okay. Oh yeah. Plus we can. Yeah, we can. Hey, excellent.
That actually completely changes the makeup of our hand, right? Like.
Also, logical is correct. We can just repeatedly cast top every turn.
We can turn our 1/1s into. Oh shit.
Oh no.
All right, we need to board in our Grave Hate land. They just put Emrakul the Promised End down there.
Well, at least that's just a 13/13. Okay.
So they take some damage. Go. Okay, so our land wouldn't have changed any of this outcome.
What is the full combat abilities of Emrakul? Is it trample flying?
Flying, trample, pro instance. How can we kill our opponent? How can we do anything here? Can we do 7 damage? Can we? What's our line? Like, I think
4
Island
damage.
Pass.
Yeah, Island Pass. I think we would have to cheat it out with.
I'm super excited for our opponent's Emrakul line to have worked. Like, they even kept like single swamp, you know, they had, this was it. This is their hand. If this failed, you know, if we had Edict, whoops, you know. But they went for it. They decided, yes. Alright, let's bobble for a red. And while we're in here, I can kind of take a look and see if there's any possible line.
Like Prophetic Bolt and Walking Ballista are the only cards that I think have even the potential, but I think those are just too slow.
We can't get to Upheaval. That's the exit card, right? Like...
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're done here.
Alright, let's go ahead and move on. I don't want to show them any more information than the bobble.
Yeah, they don't know what kind of deck we're on, except for a blue-red decks. They don't know to bring in their artifact hates they don't have.
Right.
So we bring in our Scavenger's Ground.
Yeah, so Scavenger's Grounds comes in. That's a very easy addition because it's an anti. It's slow, but yeah, I'm excited they got that to work. That's good for them. Any other
Do we want the Tanglewire package?
Tanglewire package definitely could slow them down enough. Do we want like any sort of answer cards? Is there any sort of way that we can?
Well, our only answer cards are Agent of Treachery and Noxious Gear Hulk.
Well, do we bring in the Agent of Treachery then and hope that we can treachery away our opponent's reanimated target? Is that a worthwhile enough line? Again, I'm thinking maybe we bring out the Inkwell Leviathan package and call it like...
Yeah. Although one of our ways to kill them is to outstew them. But maybe that's the wrong package.
I don't think we can like...
Yeah, we can't outbeat Entomb Reanimate. Like,
right.
that just...
And we don't have a lot of... The thing is, we have very little ways of stopping our opponent. I'm going to take out...
One of our ways is Goblin Welder and Noxious Gear Hulk.
Yes, that is a plan. Is that worth bringing in? Like
I kind of like that more than Agent of Treachery. Because we would have our fastest Agent of Treachery would be like turn 4, right?
Yes, whereas that Gear Hulk could come down on like 2 or 3.
But we'd have to have Goblin Welder for that.
Yeah.
Whereas we can just... Agent of Treachery works with just cards in our deck.
It's castable.
Let's just try this then.
I'm just looking to see if there's any other things I don't want or anything. Maybe like... No, let's go with this. Let's ride this out. Yes, I'd like to play first. Yes, this is fine.
Yeah, we're going to have to fumarole on one, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's not a problem. We're a bit slow, but and we don't have a lot of interact. Oh boy, I kept the 7. This could be a quickie again. We'll see.
And we kept a 7 too, though.
Yeah,
there are many kinds of 7s in the world.
All right, well, let's see. Okay. Speed is
Needle.
key. Do they have sneak attack then?
If we draw a land, we can just slam a Lodestone Golem.
That would be very, very good here. All right, let's put this on blue. So I want to draw an untapped land for Golem. If we don't,
we have Hangerback top or top. Look for a land.
Top look for a land actually might be a more. They're 3 colors.
Show and tell.
Okay, go grab their...
Yeah, go grab Entomb, whichever one they don't have.
Yeah, whichever half of the combo they don't have. They also don't have the color for whatever the season is.
Yeah, they only have one thing left on their...
Yeah, so this will...
Sandstone Needle.
This is a good thing for like a swift deck like Zoom.
Zoom, yeah. It's actually funny. I mostly...
Perfect.
Okay, great. I mostly combine or associate the Sandstone Needle with Blood Moon, which is not in the cube because it's impossible to answer.
Right, it's an enchantment. It's too much. All right, so Lodestone gives us a start.
It might force them to... Like, they just have an Exhume. They don't actually have a creature to Exhume.
Well, they might...
We have a 5/3 beater.
Okay.
We have Felwar Stone.
You are legally able to do that. That doesn't tap for black, though. Any color or land your opponent controls could produce, so...
Yeah, Felwar Stone it's a really interesting mono rock.
Okay. Oh, you're speaking my language.
You can attack and then play a Tanglewire.
And a top, even.
Yeah.
So let's get
what's up? I'm a 5/3. I am restricted in Vintage.
Sweet. That's perfect, because it makes the Tanglewire, like, full, right?
Yeah.
Tanglewire is very, very necessary here. For slowing them the fuck down.
Plus, we can always just tap the top with Tanglewire if we don't intend to spin it.
Oh, that's my 100%, like, I plan on tapping Tanglewire top and like a mountain.
Whereas they have to tap out all of their stuff.
They're instanting their Entomb. So, so this will get their whatever in the grave. What do they want?
If they hit a land, they can Exhume. are we going to upkeep do? Activate.
I think I'm gonna upkeep the top.
Yeah, we want to do it after we tap it, though.
Yeah, but I do want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have a Grizzlebrand? Do they have a Grizzler? Do they have what sort
They're
of
looking-
maneuver
they're
is
looking-
this putting in?
Yeah, they're looking for the creature they think can kill us the most effectively, and it
Grave
turned out it was.
Titan.
Turned out it was Grave Titan.
Okay.
That one we can almost beat.
Yeah, if we get to like Ugin mana. Shit.
Or if we can just like.
So that's coming in next turn because they can Sandstone Needle plus Swamp. So
I gotta stack our triggers correctly. We want to put that one on first so it resolves last.
Yep, and then I'm gonna quick just use the top right now.
Yeah.
Yes!
Oh, excellent. And we'll have mana to use it.
Yes, okay, that's perfect. That was what I was searching for with this, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
We tap Lodestone? Oh, we tap top, we tap Tangle Wire,
And we tap
And-
Mana Source.
and we tap Code Steel Heart.
Yeah, because we need 2 tap for that thing to work.
Okay, and a Zoop. Guess what? We have Hate.
Yep.
We might want to just do it right away, because, well, they won't have mana.
They
to
won't
do
have mana.
everything
They won't
want.
have mana.
Okay, so we want to get them to use their Scary. Or their
Yeah.
Surprising Skrillery.
Yeah. They don't have mana to double spell because of the Lodestone Golem.
Yeah, if we didn't have Tangle in play, we would want to just do it right away, because if they Shallow Graved in response to our
Yes.
that'd be pretty bad. Okay, they have another land in hand then.
Yeah. So Exhume.
Sacrifice the desert. Sacrifice it to its own ability? I'm glad they asked that a lot on yeah.
Alright. Boom.
Tanglewire. I'm glad Tanglewire was a good board in.
Yeah.
So we tap Tanglewire top.
Just get that Firemind's vessel down.
Hanger back as a 2/2? I think the Firemind's better.
Hangerback as a 2/2 also would allow us like actually Hangerback as a 1/1 might be enough.
Yeah.
Because like Hangerback as a 1/1, play Guardian Idol, go, next turn activate Fumarole, attack for 10.
Seems fine to me.
So let's go ahead and Hangerback for 1.
And even if that attack doesn't quite line up correctly, we do have Prophetic Bolt to kind of cheat out the last of our damage.
Yeah, we just need to put them to enough, like, low enough where they can't function. So here they have a lot of mana. They still are under Lodestone Golem, so they're at +1 on the cost, but they have 6 mana, so I feel like they can easily get some real shit going here.
I keep thinking that's surprising Scary, because that's the blue depletion land.
Here's a discard outlet.
It's also a creature that just blocks Lodestone Golem. There's Tanglewire's last hurrah.
Okay. Probably just attack with Lodestone Golem and
If we play any of our cards, we can't really activate any of our guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried about. Okay, what about... Let's do this. I'm going to attack with Lodestone Golem alone.
In they go. They block. We discard Fire Mine, Vessel, or Mountain.
Mountain.
Let's see if they discard here. They did not. Okay.
Then I'm going to play Fire Mine Vessel.
And we can crank the walkie.
Yeah. So final turn of Tangle Wire doing anything.
I'm going to guess Swamp is tapped. Or Fellware Stone. Okay, they want their black mana.
They're probably just casting a big thing here, is what I would expect.
I think you can cast Grizzlebrand here.
No, not with the Lodestone in play.
Ah, true. Oh, there's a creature we have to kill.
Yes. Okay, there's that Sandstone Needle being used.
Sneak attack? Buried alive.
Buried alive, okay. Shieldred, Emrakul, Champion of Wits.
The Champion of which is actually a really good buried alive target. So we crank, we murder their Arcane Artisan. Attack for 7.
And then this happens quick. Does Grim change anything? Does it allow us to attack with Guardian Idol too?
It may. We may as well play it if we use it, because Perfect Bolt costs 6. If we play Grim, we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
We have 7 right now. We go up to 8 if I play Grim. So I can't, like... The one I wanted was, like, activate Guardian Idol and, like... Okay, we should probably just kill the Arcane Artisan then.
Yeah, let's kill it, and then afterwards we can see if Grim can let us activate. Which I don't think it does. I guess, see, we have to tap the
No,
Fire Mine. Yeah.
actually. Grim Monolith.
I'll be back in a moment.
Okay.
Walking Ballista, though.
Yeah, Walking Ballista lets us sidestep any, like, problems here. So we should... Yeah, okay. Good. So,
Okay, seems cool to me.
alright, you'll be right back.
Okay, now it's just me.
No, you said you'll be right back.
Yeah, but I came back.
Oh, welcome back. Hi.
Welcome back. There is a weird card we could board in that I hate. So I'm not even going to joke about Thought Erasure, because that would be...
What about Goblin Engineer?
Goblin Engineer to do the Tangle Wire loop seems kind of nice.
Or Goblin Engineer to put Inkwell in our grave so they can't, like, exhume.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
Like, stop exhume from working because there's something in our grave. What do we not want? Looter.
Looter makes Exhume much better for us too, because we can loot away the Agent of Treachery,
Yeah.
but that's narrow.
What about that Wayfarer's Bauble that always...
Wayfarer or Saheeli?
Saheeli, yeah, that actually might be a little too slow to function in this match.
They're both sort of clunky cards.
I'm gonna go Saheeli out, Bauble out, Pithing Needle in.
Ooh, what are we needling?
The
Grizzlebrand?
No, the
Arcane Artisan.
Arcane Artisan.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Upheaval is just good to cast.
Yeah, Upheaval will get out of reanimation problems.
Say, recast this.
Okay, I like this.
This does it. We're probably not casting Grim on 2, funnily enough.
Yeah, because we need to get that Goblin Engineer going as quick as possible if they're going to exhume. They might be too slow, honestly. This hand might be too slow.
Might be too slow. If we have a 1 mana thing here, it'd be cool. Nope. Well, if they go Entomb end of turn, then we lose.
Yeah, we can't beat that, so... Okay.
Okay. I guess they also need the Exhume or Reanimate too.
Okay.
Okay, they're just doing that. We're going to engineer for Inkwell. Can't name mana abilities.
I can't name mana abilities. Yeah, engineer for Inkwell. The alternate is engineer for Tanglewire.
And then you could just play Pithing Needle next turn and play Tanglewire.
Yes. But do we think that we need the anti-exhume tech?
Do we benefit more from just crabbing them down? Because Exhume, the Inkwell fights 1 card of their deck. The Tanglewire fights their ability to play magic. That might be better.
That might be more efficient for us. We have no black in the deck next time around. And honestly, we're not even. We're like we have 6 colored decks in here at all. So.
Like, and we're doing something stupid because we're choosing between putting. Do we forget to put Inkwell Leviathan in the deck?
Oh, well, that actually makes this very easy.
Yeah, it solves our issue for us. So we're going to be playing Pithing Needle, naming Abandon Hope, and then sacrifice it to Goblin Engineer to put Tanglewire into play.
Yes.
So if our opponent wants to do something, they have to do it now.
Because they're going to be.
Or if they just play Arcane Artisan, then we just play Pithing Needle targeting Arcane Artisan.
Okay, and a Thought Vessel too, which actually lets us like further develop our board. So let's go.
Man, it's really sad that Firemind's Vessel comes into play tapped.
I know. So let's go Thought Vessel.
We can't tap a mountain. We need 1 more red.
Thought Vessel, Pithing Needle.
Sacrifice the Thought Vessel, maybe? No,
Nah, I want the mana.
We can always get the needle back later if we need it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Alright, and Abandon Hope. And...
Pay red. Sacrifice. We're tapping Goblin Engineer next turn to Tanglewire.
Entomb? Oh, shit. We tap him out, though.
They could still land Reanimate here.
Yeah.
So if they have Reanimate, then all of our tomfoolery would never have worked. But we're putting them on 1 card in their deck.
Grave Titan, which is a good answer to Tanglewire. Tap everything.
I guess Shallow Grave here would also not have been terrible. Okay, they aren't Windmill slamming Entomb. So we tap Tanglewire, Goblin Engineer, and Thought Vessel.
So I don't think we tap Goblin Engineer.
Oh.
Because I think we start trying to loop this Tanglewire to reset it to 4 every turn.
That's a fair thing to do. Can we do other stuff while we're doing that?
We can Grim Monolith into...
something.
We can play Grim Monolith. The thing is, though, the big thing about it is that it actually gives us a turn of full mana by doing it that way.
Yeah, okay. Oh, man. We can swap Tanglewire with Grim Monolith repeatedly.
Well, we need the Monolith in the grave to get there, but yes. We can do that after yes.
Yeah.
Because first we have to return the... So tap these.
Doesn't that give them a turn of mana, though?
No, because we sack it on their end step to turn it off, and then we turn it back on our turn.
Ah, okay.
I think we just play Cold Steel Heart here.
Yeah, that's probably a better play than the Grim. We can play the Grim. We can play Grim the turn we use it.
Yeah, or I could play Grim into Cold Steel Heart here, but
that doesn't advance us much more than just playing the Cold Steel Heart.
Yeah, so we play Cold Steel Heart.
I guess we name red in case we need to use it with the engineer. It's a Narrowsies flip. Blue is also just a better color.
Okay. So we let the tangle wire resolve, and then we sack it.
And we sack it to bring back Pithing Needle.
And here's their
Makeshift mannequin.
Oh shit!
Can we target at all?
Yeah, or like prophetic bolt style moves. I think there's a couple.
Prophetic bolt. Also, just our guy does it. The ballista.
Yeah, Walkie Beam. Because this is spell war ability.
Mm-hmm. So they tap zombie and Felwar Stone. Nope, they want. That doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, I think you leave up the Felwar Stone. There's no reason for you to tap that here.
Or either leave the 6/6 or the Felwar Stone. One of the two.
Yeah.
Zombie is better than neither.
Okay, so Goblin Engineer, Pithing Needle, Sack Tangle Wire.
I guess we would name Arcane Artisan if we were not immediately slamming it.
Yeah, Arcane Artisan. Because we're probably going to be swapping the Grim Monolith out.
Unless we draw a targeting spell here. Okay.
Good God, we have a lot of mana this round. We want that looter down because I want to start fixing this hand.
Yeah, we need to draw something that gets us out of... Basically, we want to draw Upheaval, like always.
Yeah, so let's go this and looter.
We can play Power Stone or Fire Mines Vessel.
So let's go Fire Mines then.
Because it's more in Power Stone, but better.
And then we swap now.
Grim Monolith goes in the trash.
So now it's on 4. So
this will at least tap down some of their zombies and their mana. We're still getting attacked by Grave Titan.
yeah, we have like 2 turns to draw people. that's look. Let's be real here. We have like we have 2 turns to draw people before we die.
Yeah, because after an attack, then our targeting spells aren't quite good enough.
Yeah, because there's too much in play.
Walking Ballista could be good enough.
We have a lot of mana.
We could make like a 4/4 and then kill the Grave Titan.
That's sweet. They wanted mana instead of the Titan. That means that we're in a little like
that buys us like a turn unless
turn
they
of
do
time.
something devastating.
Yeah. We also like the Tangle Wire taps Pithing Needle and like, you know, it's not actually too bad for us. So. Oh, this is dangerous.
Yeah, we're fighting though. We're fighting. Man, I wish we had. I don't think Bridge is in the cube.
Post combat is
Show and tell.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, at least we have something to show. You know, I think the Treachery would also be a fine draw. The Agent of Treachery. We just steal their Emrakul and then block the Titan.
So I'm a cruel in play, huh?
So we have a turn to draw Agent of Treachery or Upheaval.
Yep.
It's this turn.
Right now. And we get two draw steps.
We do get 2 draw steps.
So tap Tangle Wire, tap Pithing Needle, tap Thought Vessel, or tap Goblin Engineer. No, Goblin Engineer is a
resource.
Is a
mana source, yeah.
So let's go these 3.
Okay, save us, Merfolk Looter.
Looter Ilkor, my buddy. We have like a 2 or 3 and 26 here to be good.
That's not it. Well,
that's not going.
We lost to one of the few cards our opponents. They're like that or Shallow Grave.
I feel like we fought them as well as we could, too.
Yeah.
So
we could have just lost to Show and Tell anyways.
All right.
We shall die our death. They just tap. Tap all their lands and attack and kill us.
This is just don't tap Emrakul. This is all this check is.
Don't tap Emrakul, don't tap too many zombies.
Because I can chump. I will chump that Grave Titan.
Yeah, Grave Titan gets chumped, and then we take 21 and die. Or,
Yeah.
No, we only take 19. Forgive me.
Okay, well. Okay. Uh-huh.
Well, we got a trick to show you.
Grim Monolith's back. Look how much mana we've got.
I guess Ugin would also have been an excellent draw there. Although Ugin
Ugin
doesn't stop.
Emrakul, but Emrakul wouldn't one-shot us.
Yeah. Give us time to draw our Agent of Treachery then.
God.
Alright, so we fought Bree Wizard for all we could and made it close.
I would say, I think we fought for as much as we could to make this a match, and that was like, Tanglewire made it a super good match. Like, so. Alright, on to the final round of this draft. I do plan on doing 2 today, so.
Yeah, I just want to fight like a mid-range deck that just collapses to what we're doing.
I'm glad that there's so many different styles of busted, right?
Yeah.
Like, our opponent goes turn 2, Emrakul, go.
Okay, I want to see an opponent who's playing Mole Drifter.
Ooh, give me an opponent who's playing Mole Drifter. Also, like, that Goblin Engineer was trying so hard.
Okay, let's see what we got.
Yeah, it seems fine.
We got a 1 and a 2.
Yeah, like, I can even, like, pop Bobble and then next turn Thought Vessel into something else.
We play Bobble, and the next turn we either play Thought Vessel or pop the Bobble for blue.
Yeah, I think I play Thought Vessel so that we could possibly Firemind.
Yeah.
But the blue's guaranteed as well. Now let's get the Thought Vessel, because that has a better, like, chance, right?
Yeah, we draw a land, and then we can play Firemind's Vessel.
Or if we don't,
just...
Chalice, and then pop Bobble.
Yeah. This looks like a Mole Drifter kind of deck.
Okay, so Chalice on 1.
You're gonna remand this? Okay.
That'd be a really good remand. Then pass it back. Nothing on 2. What do they got? What are they? What are you, healing? Talisman, alright.
Alright, so I'm thinking this is a Mole Drifter deck. I want to believe.
Island. Okay, I think this is just Firemind's Vessel. Go.
Yeah. And then we can ram Batterskull into Cryptic Command or whatever.
Okay.
Goblin Engineer is not in our deck, is it? At least we have Wicker Wellspring to do something.
And we still have Kuthos, the Forge Master, in the main.
Yeah.
So there is a way to sack that. Okay, tap their 4.
If they just tap out for like a
Jace.
for like a Planeswalker that doesn't do anything and then dies to Prophetic Bolt would be pretty cool.
Shit.
Yep, it's a Thran Dynamo.
Alright.
How's that? Just resolving that while they're just tapped out.
Hanger back on 3. Or Batterskull on...
Batterskull's better. Because we can scale up the hanger back later.
I can also cast the Ichor Wellspring, too, in here. Like, with Batterskull. So...
Can we? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we can. Okay.
Yeah, so let me go...
Guess we draw first.
Yeah, because they don't have, like... Well, actually... Days.
Yeah, they could be playing Days. Although if they have Days, they're certainly going to board it out.
Like, I realize draw second is weird there, but...
I'm liking Saheeli in this matchup.
Yeah, agreed. It's like a threat. We can also copy Batterskulls.
We can copy Batterskull, equip Batterskull with Batterskull.
Cool thing here is we can copy... We can turn Ichor Wellspring into a Firemind's Vessel and have it do something.
Uh-huh.
So Germ Token Batterskull is our forward threat. We are asking our opponent to make something.
Do anything.
So this cube actually has a lot of cryptics. There's Cryptic and Mystic Confluence. And Mystic Confluence is just as busted as Cryptic in this, like...
Yeah, it's very, it's a lot, Mystic Confluence.
Yeah.
And there's also forces around. I don't believe that,
Force of Negation and Force of Will are both in here.
yeah, I don't believe that Pact of Negation is around.
Hmm.
But there is
But
some
there's
weak
days,
things.
there's... Hell, we saw Fire Blast that one match.
Yeah,
you want free spells. So our opponent has infinite mana. That's 8.
Yeah, so they're thinking about what do they got that's as good or better than a Batter Skull.
And one thing that we can do here is that if things are, like, super weird, I can just upheaval. Like, we can just leave. Like, we can leave the board and come back later, right? Like...
Yep.
we have 7 mana right now. We'd be able to play land afterwards and like replay Thought Vessel pass. So we would be a little bit ahead. It'd be annoying. We could do better. Like it would be let us play Saheeli on turn 2 there, and then like following that up with a lot of mana rocks.
What if they're thinking about their own upheaval?
If they upheaval, let's go through that motion. And if they played a land, don't believe they have.
I think they've just taken their draw.
They played Island. Okay.
Okay, they played.
So they played Island. So I don't think they have upheaval. You post combat. You post upheaval your lands every time.
Yeah, unless you're
Unless
forced
you
to.
forced to.
But that's a way to lose with upheavals when you're forced into casting it without preparation.
Yeah, back foot upheaval. So back foot upheaval does work. Like back foot upheaval, like when you're under,
Yeah,
lethal
using it
threat.
defensively is a fine thing to do, but doing it without taking your land afterwards really bad.
Yeah, because that means you're doing it without having 6 mana available to you when you try to go for it. This is 7. Agent of Treachery, Mirror Battlesphere.
Battle Ball. Okay.
Okay.
You might attack that and then Prophetic Bolt it.
It's not a bad line. Get it off the table. Might be better than the other lines too. Let's go for the attack. See what they do. Then if they block, I can go Saheeli Prophetic Bolt.
Yeah, and if they don't block, then we just make a big Hangerback Walker.
Yes.
If they block with the MERS, do we just let that happen?
I don't give a shit. We might. That's where we probably like Prophetic Bolt. So do we want to pre-combat Saheeli then?
We could also. How big of a Hangerback Walker can we make?
4/4.
We could just make a big Hangerback Walker and plan on like double blocking.
I kind of want to see what they're gonna do with their mirror tokens.
Okay, then we might.
Let's go ahead and pre-combat Saheeli. See what they block with. If it's all 4 Mer tokens, then we Prophetic Bolt one of the Mer tokens. If it's Mirror Battlesphere, then we Prophetic Bolt the Mirror Battlesphere. If it's nothing,
Let me just hold up Prophetic Bolt.
or make a Hangerback Walker. 1.
Chump. Now they can't activate Battle Ball.
Oh, they can. The Battle Ball is tap any number of mirror.
I was thinking of Goat.
Yeah, that's not good.
We played Goat and Battle Ball a lot together.
I think we just leave up the Prophetic Bolt.
We can make a battle. We can make a Hangerback that is a
3/3. If we activate Saheeli.
If we activate Saheeli, we can make a 3/3. Is that good enough?
I think I'm just gonna leave up Prophetic Bolt.
Yeah.
Also, if they go for my face, I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, we have a lifelinker in play.
Yeah, I don't care if I take 10. Like,
How much would they be attacking for?
10. It'd be a 7/7. It would be a 7/7 that pings you for 3 because it deals X damage or X is the number of things you tap.
Yeah.
Also, I could just make a 1/1 to chump it, which is not bad either. And we've got upheaval in the pocket. Like, that's
That's always the It's like having balance, but not a white card.
Where's this going? It's a Healy.
So Healy goes to 2 no matter what.
Did they change their mind? I cannot tell where this is currently attacking.
That's because it tells it the ability is on the stack, so it tells us what the ability does. And we can check the game log to see what the is attacking.
Is being attacked by Mere Battlesphere, so that's
Yes,
at me.
that's at you. Don't think we care.
Could block with the Germ token and then Prophetic Bolt it down post-combat.
Yeah,
I think
I
that's
don't
fine.
hate that. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Sure.
We have enough mana to bounce and replay the Batter Skull next turn, get a 1/1 for our trouble.
Yeah.
Maybe we wait for damage to happen and then cast the
Oh,
bolt.
I end step the Bolt. I don't...
Yeah.
There's no way I wait. I use the Bolt as late as possible. Consecrated Sphinx?
That'd be pretty bad.
Ugin.
Ugin. Not as terrible.
Sure.
If they destroy Saheeli, we might. I think we still kill the batter. Still kill the battle ball if we. They might just plus to make a 2/2 here.
So we can't Bolt right now. Like, we cannot... Okay, yeah, so they just made a 2/2. I think we get the battle ball off the table.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let that come into play, and then I'm gonna... Again, see if they're gonna tap out or something like that. Because it's free.
Yeah, because it's free. Shrine of Burning Rage is free.
They can play a lot of their artifacts now with Ugin. Like...
Okay.
Okay.
If they counter this is kind of sucky, but if they don't counter it,
If they counter it, I think the upheaval becomes the positive game plan. Like,
yeah, I can make a lot of mana next turn if they counter this.
that's a
What do we-
hard choice.
We just Ugin, right?
We can resolve Ugin by turning... Actually, we don't even need to. We have 8 mana, so we can resolve Ugin and...
It's probably gonna Walking Ballista be as well. We have 1, 2, 3,
5.
4.
We can make a 5/5, just like we can with Hangerback Walker.
So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that seems. But the Ugin also just starts going after their Ugin.
Yeah.
Now we have dueling Ugins.
Dugans. Okay, here's a better question. This is an upheaval turn.
How much mana can we make?
10.
That would let us play Thought Vessel and Everflowing Chalice on 1.
Or Saheeli and Thought Vessel, because it's 10 plus the land drop. I haven't counted that.
Okay, so I think that would be... Yeah, this could be...
Because then we can start getting aggressive there. The problem is, like, they actually recover pretty quick.
Yeah, they go land... Well, they go land to go first.
Land go, land Talisman, land Thran Dynamo. That's their line.
Yeah, but we're doing a lot better than that.
I think we're doing better than that. Let's just go ahead and... Alright, so we want to copy. So we copy Ichor Wellspring.
Yeah.
We turn that into Firemind's Vessel.
Okay. And they can't miscalc us.
Yeah, because we have a lot of mana floating here. So, upheaval. We get a token and it goes away.
Yeah. And Zip-de-doo-dah. They draw a card,
Yep.
but they go up to 13 cards in hand.
Alright, so then we go ahead and play... actually, I could go Thought Vessel into Firemind Vessel. And that lets us keep our hand, too.
So you go Thought Vessel.
Yeah, because we have a 10-card hand, but this has text. Oh!
Yeah! Thought Vessel doing something?
Oh my god, Thought Vessel has text. Did you know that Thought Vessel has text?
No, I had not. I did not. I had not thunk that.
Oh my god.
Bolts.
Right,
Okay.
well, they're discarding it, so.
Yeah. Start to chunk away.
Yep.
Wombo combo. Here come the footsies.
Wombo combo. Somebody rotate! What? What is this? Hold on.
Okay, I guess Sulfuric Vortex is a win condition if your opponent has less. Well, yeah, if you're both at 20 and they play it first, then you lose, right? If neither of you do anything.
Okay, so now this turn I can go like Sahili, Chalice, or I can go.
You can go like
Batters?
Sahili. Okay, our options are: we're definitely playing mountain
Yeah,
or island.
doesn't matter.
Playing land.
5 mana.
If we play Sahili, we go down to 2, but we can go up if we turn the Thought Vessel into a Firemind's Vessel.
Ooh, okay. So then
That's just a mana.
and then we play Reactive Signet, play Everflowing Chalice on 1.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that we keep turning things into Firemind's Vessel. This card's so dumb. Alright, so.
It would be much better if that was Thran Dynamo, but you can't be. Beggars can't be choosers. Plus the colored mana off the vessel has been important.
Yeah, so.
The only thing I wonder is cleanup happens after instep, so even if we're over 7 cards in hand, it'll go back to being Thought Vessel in time for us to keep our hand. But we're going down to 7 cards here, so we're actually fine.
Cast with multi-kicker on 1. And we get a bunch of 1/1s.
And then like next turn we just Ugin.
Yeah, next turn we can just Ugin. Yep, Talisman. By the way, welcome to Upheaval. Oh, this is so good.
This is a good upheaval turn.
Okay, so from here we want
if we turn Servo into
Firemind
if we do
Vessel?
that gets us, how much mana does that leave? We can just cast Ugin without doing that if we want to.
Right, but we can play the Hedron Archive if we do it that way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's going to overtap. Oh, I didn't. Okay. I was doing weird signet math. 6, 7, 8.
And we get more servos.
And then Ugin bolts you.
Ugin bolts you. Sahili! Okay, I have to say, I've played a lot of Sahili.
Yeah.
I don't think I've used that minus more than like 2 times ever in life.
Yeah, it's
used...
funny because you can do stupid stuff with her in standard. It's just they're not as good as Vampire 1/1s or Thought Erasure, so you don't do it.
Right.
Because you can copy Gilded Lotus, in standard right now.
Yeah. So here's Thran Dynamo. So they're gonna have 8 mana next turn. I think the worst thing they could do would be counter Upheaval.
Yeah, opposing Upheaval, a finale of Revelation or whatever. So do we just make a gigantic Hangerback Walker? Or do we want to like Ichor Wellspring, Batter Skull type stuff, see what we draw?
I feel like the Batter Skull is the forward plan I want here.
We have 11 mana, so we can...
We can do that and leave up Hedron Archive?
We could just play everything.
Well, let's draw a card first.
Yeah, let's draw a card.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we can no longer turn things into mana rock, sadly. Healy only counts down. So we only generated like 6 mana off of her.
Okay. I'm actually just going to leave up Hedron Archive.
Yeah. The board we present just wins anyways. The burden of winning is on them.
Yeah, okay. They are hyper gone. Okay. Upheaval. Welcome.
So we're not quite facing the Muldrifter deck, but maybe we are.
I think we're facing a sideways sort of mirror. Not a
Yeah.
Rorim, as you might call it.
Aurorum.
Yeah.
So, do we have any changes at all we want to make?
So
The only
I'm-
thing that even kind of comes to mind is the Tanglewire Goblin Engineer Wombo.
Yeah, they have a lot of mana artifacts, which makes that poor if we want
Yeah.
that going down.
Pithing Needle.
Pithing Needle, sadly, again. Well, that actually stops Ugin. That would be
Yeah, if they have Planeswalkers. Sadly, Battle Ball is a trigger, so you can't stop its tap
Yeah.
ability.
I think I'm going to take out the Forge Master again. I don't think Forge Master is actually where we want to be in this deck.
Yeah, if we can get. Although, if we also. Maybe we can just cast a Leviathan this game.
Oh my god, can we get the Mystic Forge?
Can we?
Yeah, that card we picked?
Yeah, can we draw and play the defining card we picked? Because we first picked an Ancient Tomb, which we've played once.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we can Ancient Tomb again.
Ancient Tomb again. So, what, like Ancient Tomb, Ichor Wellspring?
And we're probably leading with the Bauble, I think, because we don't do anything with the Tomb mana other than draw a card.
Yeah, but with the next turn we can Bauble, activate Bauble. Like, but if we don't do it that way, we can't activate Bauble. Like, so say we go Wayfarer's Bauble, go. That would just be off island. Like, we basically would ignore the Ancient Tomb. I think.
Okay.
But they are a deck with Sulfuric Vortex. We have Goblin Welder with Ichor Wellspring here. That's really nice.
Ooh. And a creature and an artifact that gets itself into our yard, so we can start the loop.
Yeah, that's actually really nice. Let's get on that quick.
Okay, let's just cycle Ichor Wellspring. Our opponent has one card in their deck that punishes this. They won't draw it.
It's fine. That card's double red.
Talisman?
The Fling Cloudscape. There's a type of Muldrifter on here. Okay, so then we just play Bauble Pass. I end step activate the Bauble to go grab red, and then
we play Wandering Fumarole next turn and Goblin Engineer, and then like ask them to answer the question.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Basalt.
It's a good one. So they do have stuff kind of like us.
Yeah.
Have that red. Anything that changes it? I can just play the top.
We can also play the top. We can do everything.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and...
Now, whether or not we want to activate top with our blood, you might upkeep the top. That seems fairly low cost.
Yeah.
We have Ancient Tomb to like cover up the mana tie-up.
Yeah. So they have 7 here. They can play something pretty large. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's just throwing Dynamo. Smells like they're in this part where they're mana, but not their boom boom.
I actually am smelling off red, too.
Yeah. So let's see what they do.
So upkeep. Check it out.
I like all of these.
Yeah. We're going to be shuffling away a couple of them because of the Bauble. Maybe just get Hedron Archive?
Just get some mana online. I don't like
Yeah.
that. We don't have to activate the Bauble. Because we could just tap, sacrifice Ichor Wellspring, put Bauble into play. Next turn, tap the Bauble, put Ichor Wellspring into play. Like, do that.
Sure. I'm gonna grab that Hedron archive, I think.
Yeah.
So let's go like this.
Wait, yeah, combining Ichor Wellspring with Wayfarer's Bauble and Goblin Engineer in this way, welding in this way, is just a really, really goofy Library of Alexandria.
A little bit.
Because every time we tap Goblin Welder, we draw a card.
Cool thing, if they get an artifact in their yard, we can fuck with them.
Wait, choose target artifact a player controls.
And an artifact in that player's graveyard.
The graveyard. Yeah, so if they put we can destroy their Thran Dynamo, basically.
Yeah, if they put Wayfarer's Bauble, we could do the same to them,
So what do they bounce with Skate here?
I'm gonna see what they do, and if it's something like super annoying, I could just like flip it, If
Yeah,
I think you bounce Welder. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think they bounce Welder or Hedron Archive. They go with the Archive.
So I can just sack the archive to sidestep this. Right?
To put Bauble into play. If we do that, we don't draw a card.
Right, but we don't bounce the Hedron archive, and we can get it back next turn by sacking the Ichor Wellspring.
Ah, okay, yeah, you're right. And we can get a land out of our deal.
Hold on.
Yeah. So choose you.
We can crack the
Choose you.
bauble. Like,
We can crack the Bauble.
that's why I'm doing it this way.
Which conveniently puts it back into the graveyard for targeting with Goblin.
Oh, nice. This also shuffles our deck, which gives us a new 3 top cards.
Yeah, we can flip the top.
Okay, here we go.
See what happens?
God damn it. Oh my god.
Okay, well, they got red mana now, though.
Yeah, that does fix their color combo problems. I think for now we can stop Ancient Tombing.
Yeah.
There's red. What is this? Ralzeric? Ralzeric would be a really good card in this mirror for stealing artifacts.
Yeah, it would be. Or the duck. Is the duck around? I'll check for the duck.
Rouse Outbursts. Okay. That's fine.
Alright, there goes Goblin Welder.
And there goes our Hedron archive, but that's probably fine.
Yep, the duck is around.
Yeah, Duck is 100%. I know that. I've seen Ryan cast it like 3 times because it's super strong. It's because it's good in Reanimator. It's good against any artifacts, which is like half the decks in the world. Like it's just a strong card. Like here, one of the tricks Duck pulls is like lol Dak Faden. But no, seriously, Dak Faden might be the most powerful Planeswalker in Vintage.
Yeah, in Vintage, I would agree with that.
But what I mean is that, incredibly powerful card,
He's probably number 3 in Legacy.
Hmm.
Because you got Jason, Rin, and 6, and then you've got Dak Faden. He gets played a lot with Grove at the Burn Willows and Punishing Fire.
I can see that. For free discards and free. Okay, Mountain in the Grave, so they didn't want double red.
I have not actually seen.
Yeah, Narset makes sense as far as at least
I've watched a lot of Legacy lately. I have not seen a Narset in Legacy. It's weird.
I've seen it in deck lists and a lot of talk about it, so clearly it's a thing. But all right, and then let's go ahead and top end step. Yeesh.
Upheaval kind of sucks here.
Yeah, because we barely get any thing out of it. I think I'm gonna check top again.
That seems fine. You got 2 islands there, but
Grim Monolith makes that upheaval look a little better.
and we get a draw with Ichor Wellspring.
Maybe we wait 1 turn on the upheaval.
I think we do. We play Grim. Did we play Grim, or did we just play Rakdos, Signet, and Grim? next turn after we upheaval?
We want Grim in play while upheaval is going on.
So are we upheavaling next turn?
Yeah, let's just assume that's going to happen because basically because the top of our deck sucks real bad.
Yeah, we have 2 islands underneath that.
So I'm going to assume that upheaval is next turn. Just
Yeah, our opponent doesn't. Our opponent has stuff they can do, but it will take them at least a little bit to get going,
yeah.
and they'll have to tap their basalt to do it.
Well, like we get to immediately play Monolith Signet back down, top, spin top. Whereas they go to nothing, right? Like,
Especially if they don't make a mountain this turn.
you know,
They discarded a mountain though.
they did. Well, that was off Ral's Outburst. They might have seen a more
Yeah,
powerful card.
it's funny how Rouse Outburst and Prophetic Bolt are similar, but not.
Yeah, 1 graveyards and 1 bottom of decks. I guess putting 4 in the grave would be pretty freaking good too. Prophetic Bolt's very strong.
Prophetic Bolt is very strong. Man, Impulse used to be worded so stupidly.
Put them
You
on
put
bottom
the
and shuffle.
Yeah, you put them on bottom, then shuffle. See, so putting them on bottom
All right.
didn't do anything.
Here's something. Trying to make my upheaval look bad, I get it. Shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Do they flashback Firebolt here?
Okay.
Okay, they don't.
Let's
Commence the jiggling.
I'm upheaval. This is
Even when we're
this is not
this
a
is a
great
weak
upheaval.
upheaval.
Yeah, this is not
So
a strong upheaval.
What are they doing?
Floating mono.
Flooding mana. Okay.
I think I'm literally gonna play top and spin it.
Let's why not?
Because like I need to see if we have better things to do.
Do we go to 4 against an opponent with Sulfuric Vortex?
No.
Yeah.
That's better than top.
There you can.
Because we can
Swoop.
play Grim Monolith. So like tap draw. Play Grim Monolith.
I do have a weird suggestion. We might play Wandering Fumarole just to be able to attack with it.
That's why I've been doing this without playing our lands. Oh, but I kind of want to play that Ichor Wellspring too. Because we need to start drawing past those islands.
Okay, then we could play a Kerbal Spring. Trading costs.
Oh fuck!
We are dead. You die. Okay. We're never winning this game.
Okay. Yeah, this was sort of the reason we did this was sort of a desperate move to get back into position. You can see we're kind of like wrangling for it, but you know, taking damage that'll do it too.
It's funny. The Rouse Outburst is trivial at this point. We just can't stop a 6.
Yeah, 5/6 is killer.
Yeah.
All right. Let's not.
Yeah, just die.
Let's just die.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's defeat the crews. Okay, what do we have to say?
Anything in here that looks like a... We don't have any artifact destruction, which is a bit of a pain in the ass.
We had a bite at a fiery confluence, but there was something else in the pack that was good.
Agent of Treachery.
How good would Electro Dominance be?
It's a fireball.
That would get us a spell. I don't think that. Nah, that's
It's mostly just that it's a fireball. Okay, is there a card we don't want in the main?
I don't think so. Our opponent doesn't. We don't interact with each other that much.
Yeah.
We just kind of fling burn spells at each other while we're waiting for stuff to happen.
Maybe we want Ral's Outburst for more spell flinging. No, let's just run it back.
Yeah, let's just have a good hand and not a bunch of islands over the top. This isn't the worst.
I see a lot of rocks and I see Saheeli on 3, so this looks nice. Saheeli actually lets us, again, in addition to the like funky mana like that it provides.
It makes our mopey draws into creatures that attack our opponents.
Right, a threat. Like, hey, you need to start moving. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to play Thought Vessel so that we can cast Saheeli next turn.
And Ichor Wellspring is exactly the kind of thing we like with Saheeli.
Yes.
Talisman?
Yep.
Like next turn we go Hedron Archive into
Hedron Archive
into Wellspring.
Yeah, or for
perhaps
land.
or we can just make the Thought Vessel into the Hedron Archive and play Worn Power Stone. Okay, they've begun their clock.
I think Saheeli can start making that bad, like, actively.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh ho.
With Hedron Archive and Ichor Wellspring right now.
Seems pretty cool.
So we play Hedron Archive.
Yeah, sadly we can't, unless we draw a mountain, we can't play the Goblin Welder this turn.
Or we can play Worn Power Stone and Goblin Welder this turn. But the problem is we need to get an artifact in the yard for that to function. I kind of want to make 2 spells this turn, though.
Yeah, so let's play the Hedron Archive.
Yeah. And there's no copying that, like, because this is tapped, so we can't, like...
Yeah.
But 1/1s, like, they're under Vortex Pressure too now, right? So...
Actually, if we turn the token into Hedron Archive, it produces 4 mana,
4
which
mana.
doesn't get us anything.
Well, it gets us Worn Power Stone.
Yeah, so we could play Worn Power Stone this turn. Or we could just tap Hedron Archive to play Ichor Wellspring. I think if our plan is to sacrifice Hedron Archive, then...
Worn Power Stone is more powerful.
I think maybe we do want to put Worn's Power Stone into play. That seems like a fair thing to do. Just explode our mana out so that we can make use of our card drawing once we start doing it.
They're sitting on something.
Don't know what. Like, do they want to spell pierce us? So that would be upsetting, but not disastrous.
Right, because like getting the Hedron Archive into the grave is actually part of the forward game plan here. So I wouldn't really. Also, again, 1/1s, like they're under the exact same clock, 2020. Like,
yeah.
So these 1/1s from Saheeli are going to matter very quickly.
Or maybe this opponent has just been in the tank on a few things before. We're behind on clock because our deck is intricate, but...
This cube's real cool, y'all.
This cube is rather
Shout
good.
outs to Ryan for this one.
Is he talking on stream right now? Let me look. Nope, they're between rounds, so it's versus live, which I've never watched in my entire life and never will. Sorry, Todd Anderson.
No healing. No healing's not a problem if we just kind of push forward with these Saheeli tokens.
Yeah, the opponent has shown maybe more creatures than us, but not...
We also... Here's the thing. We've got like the mulligan,
Yeah, we've got the upheaval turn if we really need it.
which like we could basically have 8 mana upheaval, like land, 9 mana thought vessel worn power. You know, like we could get down a lot of stuff in that.
Yeah.
So like it wouldn't be unreasonable if we drew like another mana rock to do an upheaval. Okay.
And they've decided to let it. Oh no, they decided to
This
let our
the servo
trigger
result.
there.
Yeah. All right, so let's play Icar Wells. No, Worn Power Stone.
Yeah, so we turn servo into Hedron Archive. Or really, it would also work if we turned servo into Thought Vessel, so we can't mess up here. Stops being a creature, stops being summoned and sick.
Yep.
Let's.
Which is kind of hilarious because like that means we can actually sack a servo to draw 2 cards. Pot of Greed.
Yeah, Pot of Greed. I play Pot of Greed, which allows me to take 2 cards from my deck and put it into my hand.
All right, so again, Vortex is the same clock for both of us, though it's ahead on us. But now it's not.
Yeah, because Sulfuric Vortex is one of those fair, even lateral cards where it's actually none of those things.
Fair and balanced is what they call those. What do you got on 4?
They just want to rouse outbursts.
Rouse outbursts or healing? Sure.
We got 2/1/1s and 2 mana out of her, which for 3 mana seems pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, we take 2. Okay.
So I'm just gonna tap Worn Power Stone for Wellspring to start the turn.
Yeah.
Then we can crack Hedron Archive at end step.
Attack for 2. Plus, Goblin Welder has a second ability. Yes, he has power and toughness.
Yep. Deal damage to target player.
Everyone has to take turns drinking from the hooves. Tastes like eggs.
One thing I worry about is if they play a 6th mana source pass, that's Gear Hulk mana.
Yeah.
Okay, but not passing is Ugin mana.
Ugin?
Oh,
Inferno type.
shit.
Well, they're going to murder our Goblin Welder.
This might just be upheaval the next turn. Don't crack the archive. Yeah, because I cannot allow that to attack.
Yeah, they'll murder us.
Yep.
We could Pithing Needle it.
And then we still die.
To a 6/6. That deals 9 every turn.
Alright, so I can go land, Thought Vessel, Worn Power Stone.
Yeah. Man, I really wish this was a Phyrexian Revoker instead of a Pithing Needle.
Yeah.
We could name Talisman of Creativity.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna have to take quick turns from here on out. Okay, they discard 5.
Yeah.
We are super ahead on, like, board state.
Can we draw Mystic Forge?
Oh my god, please. We need a threat at this point.
Or like Walking Ballista, or
Yeah.
or preferably Batterskull.
Batterskull we could play next turn on a top deck. Goblin Welder is the worst goblin guy.
Yeah, not a very great Goblin guide. I'm glad we got to do some silly stuff with him. Goblin Welder doesn't often get to shine.
Welder's very, like, not the best in our deck, but good. So, I like where it's at. Okay. Grim.
I think this is Hedron Archive, cast Wellspring. Okay.
They play Talisman of Creativity. Again, we just need a forward threat.
Should we crack Hedron Archive here?
Yeah, I'm gonna use Grim Monolith to do that. Actually, no. Let's just crack it like this. Yikes.
Get a land out of our deck.
Yep.
We're only playing 15 of them.
Yeah.
We have a lot of our mana sources in play.
Yes. Okay, they're on 4. This lets them Dynamo.
So looking for Ugin here.
Yeah. Inkwell would be good too.
Yeah, Inkwell would be great.
They're on 8 mana now, though, after the... So we had our sweet upheaval, but we didn't have any... Now they just play the Inferno again.
Now they're playing Inferno Titan. We'll take 3, go down to 11.
Pything Needle Lid.
Like that's probably going to be like the play we make if we don't tell anything else to do.
Oh, they've got a
Gear Hulk.
Gear Hulk. So Gear Hulk, we take 3. Rouse Outburst, we go down to 5 cards in hand. Maybe they just don't Gear Hulk. Okay, they're not afraid of us. I mean, our hand is
Yeah, we do have 2 pair.
Yeah,
so.
Right. Maybe we can make that into a full house next turn if we draw an island. Yep. Yeah, we just needed a piece of forward movement after the upheaval. That was the missing.
That was the missing piece.
Yep. Losing Saheeli actually was a bit of a
Losing
loss
Saheeli was
there.
pretty bad. I think this deck was also missing Cryptic Command.
Well, I don't know if that's as big of a loss. It's a loss, certainly, but it's not as big as, like... I feel like some
Maybe
sort of
that
draw. Maybe that Tezzeret. Yeah, some way to do a little bit more filtering than just the Hedron Archive. Because right now we can draw... Torrential Gear... We can draw... We can play anything. So... Ugin -6, you know, like that can...
Yeah, so we take 5, 6, 7 here.
Go to 4.
Go to 4. Go to 1 after Inferno Titan.
Yeah, so we don't die from Inferno Titan come into play, which then we can, like, Python Needle Inferno... Well, Python Needle won't stop the 3 from it
Mm-hmm.
just stops the fire breathing.
Yeah, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Take the damage.
We
And...
could.
Hey!
Hey, full house.
Full house.
Or flush.
Yeah,
I forget. My poker hand terminology is bad.
Full. We have islands inside of there. So full house.
There we go. See, our way to get out of this game.
Thran. Dynamo.
Yeah, they can still activate it, but
what if they don't
can't
know
activate
that?
it.
What if they don't
What
know
if they
that?
don't know it? So here's our way of winning. Our way of getting out of this would be to draw Ugin now, -6. They play Inferno Titan. We go to 1. We draw Walking Ballista. Play it for 12.
Which we can do.
Yeah, which we could have been able to do. Kill Inferno Titan, and then have to hope they don't have to draw. We draw Firebolt before they draw. Before they draw Firebolt, we have to draw an attack with.
Right.
So if the top 3 cards of our deck were Ugin the Spirit Dragon, Walking Ballista, Batterskull, we had an out at this game. But instead we drew an island.
I'm definitely revealing this at end step or at the end of the game. Don't you worry. Ooh.
Okay, they just have us.
But I look at our full house. That's pretty strong. Like that beats. Does the full house beat a flush? I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm a poker layman.
Shit. I know they're. No.
No.
Oh.
That felt better than a 1-2.
Well, we had close matches though in all of our matches,
Yeah.
so I feel completely fine on. I'm pretty sure a full house is better than a flush in my mind. Like, I'm gonna say that and not back it up with anything. So
We'll have trust in the truth.
yeah. All right. So that was draft 1. I'm still doing 2 of these. So
Yeah, I might take a wee break in the middle
yeah,
of the other one.
let's actually take a quick break at the moment. Let's go ahead, and I'm not going to bring the stream down. I'm going to go ahead and bring up we're going to go on stream break for just a moment.
I need to
And
give my ears a wiggle and eat a banana.
yeah, so please take a moment and stretch.
Do you want some music?
Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut the recording here, though. So see you on the other side of that.